Ladies and gentlemen, eyes up. You know what I'm saying? We are here to talk about all things Superman. And by that, I mean ladies, gentlemen, squirrels, dogs, everybody alike. Yo. We're going to get into everything that is Superman 2025. Is the DCU back? Are we back? Is all that everything? I don't know. We're going to get into all of it. Before we do, let me introduce the guys live from the Man Cave. It's Kalo K, the Mama Wanna Godfather. Leo, he just got out of the movie theater with me. We had a grand old time. What's happening, Leo?
Hashtag shitty Superman.
Yeah, shitty Superman is crazy. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn Way Big Chase. What's happening?
Hashtag Underoos Superman.
Oh, man. Deep in the heart of Texas, man. Listen, it's Wendeezy. What's happening?
Say, Jim, that's what I'm out. Woo!
Oh, man. And I, of course, I'm your man in the chair, Aaron. So all of us have seen Superman today, but as you know, before we get into that, we have to make sure that Leo pays for his sins of the week with the comics. Right after that, we're going to get into all the Superman goodness for you, so stick around. It's going to be a good time. And then obviously your nerdy news and rumors of the week. I'm sure there'll be Superman talk this weekend, next week, because there's going to be a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let's get into the comics of the week. Leo, take it away.
Oh boy. Okay, I gotta refocus myself. That's all I just fucking watched. This is really fucking okay. Alrighty. Welcome to the Comic Corner, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, everybody. This is the Comic Corner. If you do not know, if you're new here, this is where we tell you what books to pick up for this week. This is also where we tell you if there is your first appearance, a guest star appearance, a cameo appearance, or it's just a dope ass cover. So this is also, like Aaron said, I pay for my sins. I have to drink every name that I get wrong. If you'd like to join along,
Brother Man is right. We didn't toast to start. Salute. Happy Thursday. Happy Nerd Day. Happy Superman Day.
Superman Day.
Happy Superman Day.
Don't look up.
Eyes up. Damn it.
Hey,
come
on, man.
Eyes up.
So this is what I do. Every name, artist name, writer name, and cover artist name I get wrong, I have to drink. If you like to not let me drink alone, have a couple shots of me. That way we can, have a good time. And you can hear me rant and rave. All right, first book on the chopping block. Hey, look at that. Fantastic Four, #1. Ain't that some shit?
I feel like you did this purposely. I feel like you did this on purpose.
Trolling the people, bro. He's trolling the people.
This book has 20 variant covers. Gotta collect them all. Okay, so this is a continuation of the Fantastic Four story arc, Fantastic Beings. All right, so the writer is Ryan North. The cover artist and artist is Humberto Ramos. Yeah, that's all.
All right.
Next book of the chopping block. Magic #7. This book has 2 variant covers. This is also has a first appearance. Wait, why isn't none of my first appearances on here? Shit. Something happened with my phone and something got deleted. All right, so I'm sorry, I won't have the first appearances on on today's Comic Corner. I'll put it in the Discord.
It was those damn pocket dimension money.
Peed on it.
The pocket
Crypto
dimension
peed on
monkey.
his phone, dog.
Probably got eaten by the kaiju or some shit.
Oh boy, the cover artist is Pablo Villalobos. The writer is Ashley Allen. The artist is German Peralta. Sorry,
Oh, look at you go.
Peralta. All right, next book of the chopping block.
Superman in you. Look at you, son.
By the way, I hate Magic. If you play Magic in Marvel Rivals, I hate you. Just know that.
She is awesome. If you guys wanted the Marvel Swimsuit edition, it's back, ladies and gents.
Oh, it's Leo's green baby too. Unreal.
Yeah, exactly. My green baby.
Word.
If you get the cover with my green baby on it in the freaking floaty inside the pool, yeah, you're welcome.
I didn't need to see T'Challa in a thong. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just something I didn't need to see. You know what I'm saying? Nope, didn't need to see it.
It had to happen. All right, and this is also this book has 18 variant covers. Like I said, the She-Hulk one is the best one. All right, cover artist is Adam Hughes. The writer is Tim Seeley.
There was no artist. Nobody did art in the book.
Nobody did art in the book.
When I
It made it itself.
Yeah, it was.
The damn monkeys got
It's
it.
just a bunch of blank pages with talk bubbles.
It's just swimsuits. It's just
Exactly.
swimsuits per page.
Exactly.
It's like Sports Illustrated. It's great.
Next book of the chopping block is Red Hulk #6, and once again, I am sorry that I don't have the cameo appearances and their first appearances.
Just drink.
I am sorry.
You should drink for that.
Just drink.
I see the monkeys got it.
Just drink.
The writer, the writer is
Monkey box.
Benjamin Percy. The artist is Geoff Shaw. The cover artist is Paulo Sequeira. Thank you.
Leo, this is a bunch of bullshit.
What?
This is a bunch of bullshit.
I know it's like Superman Day, but bro,
It's Superman Day. I'm being Supermanish.
It's
All
a
right,
bunch
next
of
book.
bullshit.
Next book of the chopping block is Star Wars Legacy of Vader. Freaking dope ass cover.
It is.
Okay, so this book has 3 variant covers. This also so the artist is Luke Ross, the writer is Charles Soules, and the cover artist is Derek Chu. All right. Next book on the chopping block, and the last book on the chopping block. If you guys are a fan of Uncanny X-Men, this book does have a first appearance. I do remember it, and it's a low print run. So please go pick this book up. This is Uncanny X-Men #17. Okay, and this the artist is Luciano Vecchio. The cover artist is David Marquez.
ho.
Vecchio?
Vecchio.
Vecchio?
Vecchio, that's what I said.
Okay,
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah,
All
he's in it.
right.
Cover artist is David Marquez. And hey, you know what? Fuck it. The writer is Gail Simone. Hey, the first time I ain't getting not one name wrong on the Comic Con on Superman Day. How you guys like it?
Bullshit, bro.
It happened. It happened, everybody.
That's not Leo. It's it's his alternate ego. It's Ultraman.
Yeah,
Ultra Mama Wanna Man.
broken clock.
Mama wanna, man.
Broken clock to write twice a day too. So.
Shit, I haven't been right for 100 and how many episodes is this?
175, sir.
175. I always got at least one, but hey,
Mm.
fuck it, we're sober as shit right now.
We're-
Thank you for like we always say in the Comic Corner, support your local comic book shops, and no fucking alcohol for you.
I'm adding manga to the comic. Straight up
That's
adding
what we doing
manga.
next week, manga.
Yeah, manga.
Right.
Straight up.
Hey everybody, how you doing? What's everybody?
I see what happened. He just wanted to get to this part of the show.
Yeah, pretty
Goddamn
much. He
right.
was just ready to
Goddamn
get here. All right. Before we get started, let's obviously let's catch up with the peoples here. Wasn't about to miss this. What's up, y'all? What do you mean? Is everybody looking forward to this or something? I don't get
I'm wearing a Superman shirt, dude.
We're just a bunch of Marvel's heads. That's all, you know.
This is gonna be a long night, says Tori. Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's not gonna be 4 hours. I can tell you that. It's not gonna be 4 hours. That was insane. Aaron, The Rachel narrator has infested Skynet and invaded the chat. Permission deployed to T-1000. Permission denied.
He has to live there, Tori.
Yeah. Permission denied.
And you gotta eat the food.
Yeah, I'm trying to live. I'm trying to live. Brother man, what up?
Brother man.
Yeah, brother man.
Appreciate you. See, Torian and Rachel are back at it again.
Of course,
they're always at it. For those of you keeping track of the score, Rachel did win this week. She started with like 5 minutes after I posted the podcast saying hello, Torian, Jose, and Brother Man. So that was her comment. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see here. Maybe upgrade to the T-Meg instead. What happened today? Hope Aaron didn't get more popcorn buckets really to make Rachel go bananas. No Superman popcorn buckets for this guy. Leo and I looked at the one in AMC. Yeah, you know,
It was corny.
it was a newspaper.
The newspaper thing, right?
Newspaper thing,
I went to an AMC too.
Yeah, I was like,
I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's cool. Chase got the cool popcorn bucket, I think.
Yeah. I went to Regal and I got the one with the little box with Superman laser beaming the popcorn pan, and
Okay.
no, it was cool. I was like, yo,
That one's tough. That's a tough popcorn bucket, honestly.
I think I still want the they have a cup that lights up. I think I want that.
Yeah,
That's what Leo was saying, too.
Yeah, that's what I gotta go get.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Anything with lights is like, yo, I gotta have that. It lights up.
You mean like a giant Galactus skull with
Hello.
light up eyes?
Can I tell you, I just cleared out space in the back seat and make sure the seatbelt works so that I can transport it home safely.
I can't wait for the first person, if I get my hands on that, to be like, you're really just gonna watch a movie with this popcorn bucket? Sure am, in my fucking lap. Leave me alone. Fucking talk to me.
I traditionally get the corner seat all the way in the back, and I had the popcorn bucket next to the chair on the floor, and my hand was like touching it the entire time.
He was like, I wish you motherfuckers would.
Yeah.
He's at the back of the theater. There's no one else.
There's no one else.
Like everyone has to walk past him.
Mhm.
No one behind him though. So I get
Come on now. It's
Better safe than
it's-
sorry.
It's
In the
a city
corner.
thing, bro.
Somebody could have reached out from a pocket dimension and stole your bucket, bro.
Gotta watch out for those
It's all
pocket
good.
dimensions, bro.
Gotta watch out for those pocket dimensions, bro.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
R.I.P. James Carter Cathcart. I hope I said that right. Who was a Pokemon voice actor that recently passed away.
Yes,
I did see
he
that.
did.
Yes,
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 that
I
was in
did
the,
catch
this was
that.
in the news. Rest in peace. Bless his soul.
Let's see here. Could always get a Marvel popcorn bucket. Maybe in 2 weeks. We'll see. Can't believe they're rebooting Red Sonja and Night at the Museum. Damn, they're rebooting Red Sonja.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You need to leave that alone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't
I
know.
mean, unless it's like Sydney Sweeney or something.
Shit, man.
You know. Hello.
It does fucking.
I could deal with the Sweeney. I could deal with the Sweeney reboot.
Let's-
I mean, a reboob.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm jaded. Beyonce is Red Sonja. Let's go.
Mhm.
And not the way she was looking at that last concert. Hey, I'm sorry,
Lord have
Beehive.
mercy.
Don't come at me. Don't come at me. I'm sorry. I'm
Lord
sorry.
have mercy.
That just came out of left field. I didn't mean it.
Jesus.
That guy.
Let's see here.
Not me.
So hopped up on the Superman. Yeah, be careful.
Why are they redoing issues of Captain America? Just leave it the hell alone. Oh well. Redoing issues of Captain America. Reprints?
Yes,
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
doing. They're doing
Probably.
Like homages or
Come
like
on now, brother.
like
man,
homages or
that-
just remaking the same comic again?
You gotta realize
Have
that
money.
Alex Ross is popular, baby.
Oh, that's why.
Alex do what he want when he want. Only
Exactly.
$2,500.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
Pennies, brother. That's pennies.
He's not gonna. You were not telling Alex Ross what to do with fucking
Exactly.
Captain America
And we
or
got
any
a
Marvel
nice
character
frame.
at that.
He got a nice frame to go around it too.
They said, "Hey, Alex Ross probably called Marvel and said, hey, I want to do a couple covers, and I got a couple other people that want to do some covers. Like Peach Momoko is doing one, a couple other artists is doing one. I think Jim is going to do one too, and I got an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Jim?
Jim Lee.
Yeah, I think Jim is coming. I think Jim is coming back to the fold, bro.
Oh shit.
Really?
Oh wow. Really?
Yeah, there's rumors in the comic book nerd world.
No. See?
I'll have my insider ask him when they go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Torian's still showing off. Yes,
Torian said
Torian,
my Superman Day was Tuesday. A lot of people Superman Day was Tuesday.
I'm very happy that you had Superman Day on Tuesday, my friend.
And then yes, I got Rachel popcorn because you don't deny a pregnant woman if she wants popcorn. That's why.
You get them whatever they want.
Dominic said I'm late to the party. Did y'all talk Superman yet?
Not yet.
Coming up momentarily.
I'm talking about right on time, Dominic. Don't you worry about it.
See the shirt? You see the shirt?
Marvel swimsuit edition was sick, and they said,
I'm gonna have to catch that.
Is Gamora and Squirrel Girl in that joint?
Probably.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
That's crazy.
Oh man. Also, I think I missed one Leo drink. This is one Leo drink.
Leo
So
drink.
you're gonna make up for it. And then there's 2 Leo drinks. So that's
Hello.
2 of them.
Rachel, what?
Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see here. The Storm Wakanda Marvel swimsuit edition was fire. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that the giant size?
It's a poster.
It would be after I'm done with it.
I'm gonna need the red band
Right
edition
on
of
the
that.
wall.
I'm gonna need the red band edition of that.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's also a classic fucking cover too.
All right. I gotta crack my knuckles here. I think it's time, gents. We are going.
You can't play the music.
That's the good. That's the good music.
Yeah.
Y'all doing the good music.
You can't play it because James don't like us very much.
It's a bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to talk about all things Superman 2025. I guess I want to preface this with a couple things. So first, I think we should start. So first off, cheers. We're changing subjects, so cheers. Cheers, gents. Happy Thursday, happy Nerd Day, happy Superman Day. Secondly, I want to preface this now. We're going to start with some little non-spoilery stuff, probably jump right over to spoilers. I also wanted to preface this for anybody who's watching. These 3 guys have a lot more experience and knowledge of Superman than I do. I watched this movie from the perspective of I've seen Man of Steel. I've seen Zack Snyder's Justice League. I didn't see Superman from 1978. I didn't see any of the older Supermen outside of that. So and I don't watch.
Did you see Batman versus Superman?
And I watched Batman versus Superman, unfortunately, yes.
Okay,
so my knowledge of Superman is more present day. These guys obviously have watched the originals,
Everything.
So you're seeing 2 different perspectives. I want to put that out there before we get started with all this. So let's start with some non-spoilery stuff. And, I guess we'll just say, like, did we have a good time with the movie? Did we not have a good time with the movie? Would you tell people to go see it? Would you not tell people to go see it?
All right, so you know what?
Who's going first?
I'll just jump out there real quick, man. So let me just say this. In terms of a family movie, you want to take your younger kids, your nieces, nephews, grandkids, whatever, maybe introduce them to Spider-Man, excuse me. Introduce them to Superman for
blasphemy.
Introduce them to Superman for the first time. It's definitely not the worst thing that you can do.
Chase.
If
you're a parent, this is the first time you teach Superman.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
you're going on the fuck up.
Hey,
listen,
I had the same dilemma.
Yeah,
there was a point in time where baby girl was gonna come with me, and I was like, all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show a 78, then I'm gonna show a Superman 2, then I'm gonna show a Superman Returns, and then I think that'd be it. I think we covered all our bases. We good.
Yeah,
I'll take her in.
Listen,
you can't make her watch all of that stuff. I was like, all right, then this ain't gonna be the first Superman she sees. Yeah, so
everybody doesn't raise their kids right, so I can't.
I mean, they don't.
Just say it.
No.
But no, it wasn't the worst thing that ever happened in the DC camp. I realistically have to put it in the W. It's a win for DC. It's not Avengers level by no means. I'm still trying to figure out if it's better than any of the worst Marvel movies ever made. I'm still out to lunch with that, but it's not terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's not terrible. I digress. I'll let somebody else go.
Who I'll go next? You guys want me to go?
Yeah, go, new buck.
Okay, here's what I will say. I at times shook my head during the movie. I laughed out of pure stupidity and goofiness. It was a very family-friendly, family-esque Superman. It was rom-com-y at times. It went on a little bit of everything. And at points in time, I actually empathized with Superman. So shout out to James Gunn for actually making me do that. And I eat this, and I mean this, where's my camera? And this motherfucking dog even grew on me a smidgen. Swear to God. At one point in time, I was cheering for the damn dog. I swear. I swear.
Quick question though. Is it me, or was the dog bigger on the screen than he looked in the trailer?
I would say so. I thought he was bigger. I thought he was bigger in the movie.
I thought he was bigger. I was like, bigger than he looked.
That's not to say that. Listen, I didn't love Crypto, but as somebody who has a boy puppy who's a pain in my ass, I empathized with him, and I was like, "Oh damn!" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I like half the times that he was getting tackled or chewing shit he shouldn't. I was like, "Oh, it's just like my stupid fucking dog." You know what I'm saying? Like I empathized with it a little bit. I was like, "All right, cool." Even like the family moments, and we're getting to spoilers and stuff like that. Like some of that stuff, and then there were just times where I was like, "Oh my God!" I rolled my eyes. I was like, "Oh man." Like, so I just went back and forth. That being said, though, like, listen, if you're asking me would I recommend the movie to somebody, if you like superhero movies, you should probably go check it out. I don't think it's awful. I really don't. We're gonna get into it more as we get into spoilers, but I don't think it was awful. I also didn't love it. I just kind of was somewhere in the fucking middle. Honestly, that's where I fell. So I'm gonna let these two over here take it away because I know this guy's got shit to say. He was the whole movie. He was just like, I'm gonna let these two guys
I understand.
take it away.
I'll go. I'll let Leo go last. I'll overall say I did like the movie. Overall. Mm-hmm. What I did not like is Superman. This is what I will say that this is a movie of mismatches. I felt as though playing as Superman, he was more hokey and stupid than he was when he was being Clark Kent. Right? Yeah. This Superman did not deserve, and I'm going to say this with my chest out, this Superman did not deserve this Lex Luthor.
You think Holt was good?
I think Holt was fantastic.
Yeah, do you?
Holt, he embodied Lex Luthor from the very first moment he got on the screen. He was cold, he was calculating, he was angry, he was vengeful, he was jealous, everything that Lex Luthor's supposed to be. You know where this Lex deserved to be probably in Man of Steel. Probably in Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
Take Jesse Eisenberg, little carrot top boy, bring him into this hokey thing right here, and then I think it probably worked out better for me. Yeah. Because the goofiness of his Lex matched the goofiness of this Superman. You know how big your dick needs to be to tell Superman that he's an idiot to his face? This dude would rip you apart like one-ply tissue paper. And he didn't care. Called him an idiot. Yeah. In his grill. I love him. I love him.
The only thing I will say about Lex, I agree with you. He was great. I wasn't really caring for his motivation of hating Superman compared to the original Lex. The original Lex looks at him as a way for him to be famous, and that's where they kind of cross. But he was actually jealous that Superman was who he was compared to Lex, who just wants to prove that his brain is just as good as Superman and he could beat them and whatnot. But I agree. Like this Lex was definitely like, yo, like if he could have stabbed him with a kryptonite, he probably would have done it.
I love bro. So when we talk about the spoilers, talk about all my favorite parts about it. But that's where I feel like this movie was just too mixed up for me, man. Mr. Terrific played a great part in this movie for me.
Okay.
He was the blackest black man I think I've ever seen as a superhero anywhere. Like, I loved what he brought to it. The rest of them could have gone away. I didn't need the rest of them. But overall, I liked the movie, but I just had problems with Superman. I just did not like this Superman portrayal.
I can understand.
It just was weird for me. And I was like, why? Like, why are you so corny? Like, that's what it was. Superman was corny, bro. Why are you so corny?
He was a little corny. I can understand.
Yeah. Would I tell people to go watch this? Probably not. I probably wouldn't tell people to go watch it. I mean, you could take your little kid if you want, but I mean, I felt like I probably should have waited till it was on like Max, or I could have got a cheaper ticket.
I feel like, and I don't think this really goes into spoilers yet, and then I'm gonna let Leo take it away. I feel like it's such a dramatic tone shift from Cavill's Superman to this one that it feels so like, what is this Superman? And I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean like, this is family friendly Superman. This is humanized Superman. Whereas Cavill, to me, every time I watched him, always came off as like he was the biggest, baddest dude on the screen, and not like bad in a bad but like nobody could fucking touch him because he was fucking
not
Superman.
Bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Yeah, like that. But I didn't get that feeling from the Superman. Like, he got his ass whooped like 80% of the movie.
In the beginning, it was like 3 hours ago.
Right.
So wait, cause we about to lean over into spoilery stuff.
Yeah. All right. Leo, shoot, go. I was gonna say I don't want to get spoilery. Leo, go. Would you recommend the movie to people? How'd you feel overall without getting into spoilers?
I feel like I'm too long in the tooth. I'm sorry. I am too long in the tooth for this. I didn't recommend it for families. Go ahead. If you like seeing Superman being called a bitch.
Facts.
And this is not a Superman movie. This is a crypto movie. It is. Superman's name is in the title. This is fucking a crypto movie. Because what saved this movie is the fucking dog.
I can't argue with that.
Is that spoil? I don't want to talk about that until spoilers. Go ahead, continue. Unless you want.
I would recommend this for families if you want to see. This is a family. Okay, go ahead. Go right ahead. It's fine. There's certain scenes that if your kids are willing to handle it, they're good to handle it.
Can I just also say, this was such a James Gunn movie. Like, the whole time I was watching the movie, I was like, this is such a James Gunn movie. Like, everything about this movie was so fucking James Gunn. It was so, and like, I don't even know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but it was so, the music, the corny humor, I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking James Gunn. It's so James Gunn. And it's like, I don't know why, but like, maybe it's me. Some of the shit like works for Guardians of the Galaxy because that corny humor worked for them, and like it just didn't work for Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where I was like,
corny humor. Like, I understand that. Okay, first off, I'm gonna emphasize on this. Wait, we're not going into spoilers. If I would tell people to go watch it, yes, go watch it.
Go watch it.
Go form your own opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Go form your own opinion about the movie. I'm telling you right now, when you watch something, form your own opinion in life, in all general life. If you like something, you like something. If you want to go watch the movie. If you like Superman, go watch the movie and come up with your own fucking opinion about it. We're just telling you from our own opinion how we feel about it.
If you don't think that we already went into this knowing that when we get into spoilers, shit like that, we're probably going to get ripped apart in the comments for the shit that we critique. We already know it. Because a lot of the stuff that we're going to focus on, you guys will be like, oh, but that was cute. Oh, but that was this. But it was, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's your opinion. But like, a lot of that shit just didn't land if you're depending on what, again, your opinion of the movie and what Superman should be depicted like. So I guess, like, with that being said, we're going to get into spoilers. So Torian is here. He's in the background. He wanted to join us for the spoilers. Torian, welcome on in. What's happening, bro?
Yo.
What's going on, y'all? First off, let me give a shout out to myself because today is a milestone for me.
Okay.
I saw that.
Talk to the people.
I hit 73K today.
73.
Yes, brother.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Make that. Get it.
Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a
When you
minute.
hit that 100K, we having a party, bro.
Hold on. I got one for you, bro.
And why was that the first when it first hit too? Like that played in my head when
All right, but actually, before we get into spoilers, I just want to touch on some of the comments here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, not watching the Torian, I'm going to skip yours because you're here now. So you're probably going to say, you could say whatever you want to say, obviously. Mr. Terrific was the star of the film, in my opinion. He better get a spin-off.
Nah, I don't know about that.
We met our quota.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you on that.
So yes, because bro, until he finds a proper barber and gets that flat top done, there's no fucking way, bro.
Oh, I liked Mr. Terrific though.
No, listen,
I mean, look, I'm not saying I didn't like him.
I thought he was dope. I thought
he don't need no spin-off though. I can't watch the whole movie just slipping around. Yeah,
I don't know who.
I'm gonna get into the slow sabotage of Mr. Terrific in this movie.
Yeah, my dude. Like we got to talk about that because, bro.
Did it? Wait, wait. Okay, I just want to ask one question. Did you guys catch the thing that happened with Mr. Terrific on his fight scene? Did it happen to no other character when they were fighting?
Yeah.
Just him
on the beach.
It was very noticeable. Yeah.
Did you guys catch it?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Not watching the classics eliminates you, Aaron. I understand what you're saying, but in my opinion, that just gives me a different perspective than them. Exactly. They're gonna have their own opinion, and I'm gonna have my own because I only have a limited amount of time. I've never watched Superman cartoons. I watched the Batman cartoons. I watched X-Men, I watched Spider-Man, but I never watched the Superman cartoons. I never watched any of the animated, never watched the CW, and never watched the old movies. So my opinion is going to differ from theirs probably drastically, to be honest with you, on some of the shit. But we'll see. We're going to get into everything. Almost all the fight scenes were fire, not going to lie. It was on point finally. I like the fight scenes in this movie for what it's worth. I know we're probably going to break them all down, but I like the fight scenes.
Brother man. Not
the kaiju thing.
What about the eye, bro? You like that fight scene?
Yeah.
That was okay. We'll get.
Yeah. Okay. I can understand. Torian, by the way, it was not the cuteness factor of Crypto. I didn't like how he looked. But I empathize with the fact that he was a pain in the ass little dog who just wanted to play and did dumb shit because I have one of those. He's literally in the other room right now.
Well, thankfully, the end of the movie explained why.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Anyway,
I was like, oh.
Anyway, we'll get to that too.
Fatal J said, "Movie was dope. Wasn't the best Superman movie, but it was good.
It was alright."
Yeah. You know what it is? Like before you go into the rest of the comments, I think a lot of people were going into this hoping to find something to completely nitpick at it. Because they were going in there already with either really tempered expectations because of stuff that we've seen with DC in the past. So they were looking for something to gripe at, opposed to, let's put it this way. Do you think people are going to nitpick or completely gripe when Fantastic Four comes out in a couple of weeks?
It's going to get nitpicked.
Hell yeah.
They've already started with it because a lot of them are thinking that Sue Storm is going to neuter Reed Richards. Like that's already that was a major talking point going into this. Like that was one of the main ones I kept hearing over and over again.
Yeah,
it's apparently be disproven by recent early screenings of the movie. So
exactly,
I don't know. Again, we'll
see.
Like Leo said, in 2 weeks I'm gonna try to not watch shit about Fantastic Four for the next 2 weeks and just go in with an empty mind and hopefully but we'll see what happens. Let's see here.
Another.
Mr. Terrific for the win. I love a nerd 0620 says I'm watching it right now.
Well, sir.
Well,
ma'am.
Wait,
did you get a popcorn bucket?
Did you get a popcorn bucket?
Listen,
you should not be using your phone in a theater, ma'am. Especially not watching a YouTube video. We appreciate you,
man.
But please, not in the theater.
He was a good Lex, but not the best Lex. Who was the best Lex?
Fatal. Tell me who was the best Lex.
Who was the best Lex then?
Who was the best Lex then? Please tell me.
Who's the best Lex?
I'll wait.
I'm even trying to think of because I don't know. The depiction or direction they took Superman was kind of off.
It's a fact.
Yeah, kind of off indeed.
It's a fact.
He's a bitch.
Oh, day partner.
Dominic James said, "I feel like I got my money's worth."
Okay.
I mean, okay.
Somebody.
Obviously, Dominic went to go see the standard version.
I feel really bad that I went to go see IMAX 3D.
Oh, you saw 3D?
You saw it.
You paid an extra 15.
Oh,
damn.
Well, it's because of one. It was the earliest show, and I needed to get in and get out. So
yeah,
I just took it. But
James had the money, bro.
It was kind of dope.
Experience.
I thought it was snowing in the theater, man.
I seen a dude bring his 5 kids to see Jurassic Park. I felt bad for him. If you brought them to see this, I would have been happy for him. I can understand. Yeah, I can kind of understand that.
I mean, I haven't seen Jurassic Park yet, but traditionally, kids love dinosaurs. So at the end of the day, they wouldn't even critique that movie in the same way that we would. I think kids in this movie might be like,
yeah.
Why he do that? That's stupid.
And also, too, I was watching another channel that they was doing, I guess, a recap of Jurassic World, and they did spoilers as well. There was some other cringe stuff that y'all left out of your recap last week that made me further realize I'm not watching this movie even when it comes on streaming.
Come on. It wasn't that bad.
I forgot it was something. It was something that they said. It was something that you or DZ did not mention, and I'm sitting there listening like, this is even more cringe than which I was talking about last week.
Yeah, but it's dinosaurs. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be shit that they. You know what I'm saying? You know what honestly made me remember. This is not. I don't want to skip back to Jurassic World, obviously, but like part of the thing for me is that after it came out, it was said that the original, whoever the original director of the first Jurassic Park was, said that they didn't want references back to their movie in this movie, and that to me immediately, these movies are so not chronologically ordered, obviously, because they jump around a little bit, but it's more so like when you can't tie in other elements from previous movies and stuff like that, it throws off the whole direction of those movies because the other ones are such classics. Jurassic Park 1 is a fucking classic. Like, I could go back and watch that movie right now and it stands the test of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like when you do things like that, you kind of handicap the movie right out the jump where you're like, okay, can't reference anything back here. Okay, guess not. But I don't know. Dominic said, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. We're getting to our ratings at the end.
At the end.
I actually did catch it, Leo, the Mr. Terrific thing. We're gonna get into that. Never watching anything to nitpick. I'm very open to give it a shot, but that's just me. No, bro, listen, we say it all the time. But people are gonna say that we're nitpicking Superman, and we're gonna get into the Rotten Tomatoes of it all as well, because I brought all those numbers up as well. I got them all here. We're gonna get into everything that's happening. So I can tell you we're in the minority on this. So you know, it is what it is.
But we're right. So
I mean, like, it's fine. I don't care. Like, I prefer Gene Hackman, period. Others are okay or have good and bad points. Gene Hackman. Which one was Gene Hackman?
Yeah, 78. You ain't there, bro.
Relax.
Seen it.
Relax.
Haven't seen it. Right. No idea.
You haven't. Yeah. If you haven't seen Gene Hackman play Lex, rest in peace, then you really wouldn't understand.
What's good? Sean Prophecy sent me M Gunner. We appreciate you, Sean. I haven't seen him tonight, but I'm sure he's floating around somewhere. Maybe pop in a little bit. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. All right, guys. Go ahead. Before we get into my theatrical experience, seeing it on Tuesday. I'm not gonna stop bitching about Tuesday. It was actually pretty dope. It was packed. I mean, I saw people came in there, like you said, with whole families. Like, I'm talking about, like, I saw this person, they came in with the whole family, like him, wife, kids. I think he had like 3 or 4 kids, like 2 girls and 2 boys or something like that. Like, so they brought like the whole family. It was someone in there that actually had the whole Superman costume on. Like, they came in with the whole Superman costume on and everything like that. And it was like, I'm gonna say that the theatrical experience for me going, I guess you could say it was for a fan event. It felt fun. That's what really made it feel really fun for me, was being in the audience when all of the stuff was happening.
And it was the same thing for me when I went to go see Sonic 3 last year. It was the same, kind of deal. But for me personally, I actually did enjoy this movie. I actually like the tone of this compared to everybody wanting Superman to always be this dark character, like how it was with the previous versions of it. I said, it's fine, like, like the tonal shift and everything like that. But like you said, Leo, everyone's going to have their own opinion about it anyway. The only thing I really don't like is how is like now it's become like a divided faction. You have the people who like Zack Snyder's version. Then you have people that's going to like James Gunn's version, and now they're clashing with each other rather than like, and that's the part that I really don't like. So it's not really so much of a thing of me not liking the movie. I don't like these damn fandoms that clog everything, because that's what really takes it out for me.
Right. But one of the reasons that you probably feel like you do about it though is because you don't come from the era where Superman was the universal Boy Scout. Yeah. We grew up in an era. Go watch the Super Friends with the dog. And he was like the quintessential, like, I don't know who made me throw up more, him or Batman during that era. So a chance to see him a little more human, a little more aggressive is what we go for at this point. If you're long in the tooth like myself, Win DZ and Kalo K, like we remember when it was like, oh, like the part with the squirrel was like his entire career coming out during that era. So a chance to see him be more aggressive, Henry Cavill, is like, yes, that's the Superman we were looking for. The Batman from Justice League 90s, that's my damn Batman.
But you know what I found interesting? So last week in the news, we said Corn Sweat came out to the media and was like, I want to do a rated R Superman. I think it could be very interesting based off what I just saw to see if somehow James Gunn could manage to pull off a rated R Superman movie with this Superman. And the reason why I say that is because it would be a complete tone shift from what you just saw. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it would be hard unless you built him there through a couple of other, like something happens and then the next movie you get is a rated R movie, like something, I don't know. Again, I'm not the biggest Superman guy ever, but like
not with the same character. You can't do that. Like I want you to picture.
That's what I'm saying though. Maybe something happens that turns him into that dark version of Superman.
Get you a rated R movie. I want you to picture Carlton from The Fresh Prince in a dark movie, like
that's fair.
Like Dexter or some shit. Like you're gonna be like, what the hell is he doing in there? Somebody get him out of there.
I will never believe it. I will never believe that shit.
Believe it.
Yeah, but
I got a question. Based on the trailer, on every trailer that y'all watched, did y'all really actually think y'all was gonna get that going into this movie?
No, not at all.
No. You know why? Because Bitch Boy cried 2 more times.
Listen.
Oh Lord, Lord.
I mean, listen. Can we talk? I'm ready to go into the spoiler thing because I got
go.
Spoilers. I got some shit that
We're going all spoilers. Go ahead.
So first of all, the opening credits say, 300 years meta humans came to Earth. In 30 years, this baby came and became the greatest meta human to ever live. And then 2 minutes later, he get his ass kicked and he's in the snow. I mean, he out cold.
They told you what they told you
his first loss.
I think that's what I was going to say. At least they told you right then in the text that at this moment he suffered his first loss, and that's when he falls out of the sky and lands where the Fortress of Solitude is.
He definitely is not the greatest.
So literally, when we watched the teaser, we was literally watching the first scene of the movie. That teaser when he falls, that's the first scene of the movie, and that clip where Crypto comes and gets him, that's all the very first scene of the movie.
Yeah,
I appreciate him for that.
The sun hitting him and everything like that. That was all of that was the first scene of the movie.
Yeah. I'll say this. Listen, I told Leo this. I I know we're going to jump around a little bit. I don't know if we're going to go through necessarily every scene by scene of the movie or whatever. What I will say is when I watched the first act of the movie, I shook my head the entire first act. I was just like, the first act is rough. The kaiju, the falling in the snow, the dog putting holes in the Fortress of Solitude. I was just like everything. Him blowing on the dog and hitting him into a tree and then saving a squirrel. I was just like, bro, this is.
Dude, he hurt that dog. I'm calling fucking PETA.
I was like, bro, yo. DZ, when he saved the squirrel, I elbowed Leo. I said, "Oh Jesus Christ, this dude just saved a fucking squirrel." I was like, what are we doing?" Like, I was like, this is crazy that they had him. Like, they humanized him so much that he saved a fucking squirrel. Of all the things that were in that fucking park that could have got landed on, a squirrel.
And you see how you feel? That was one scene.
Mm-hmm.
Every cartoon we saw of Superman in the 80s was that.
Yeah.
Like constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. I can understand.
The show was called Super Friends, man. Friends.
And after he got revived, and then I got a question. What did y'all think about Bradley Cooper being his dad?
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, is that him for real?
When I looked at him, I said, that's Bradley Cooper. I said James Gunn still got his number.
Like, mother effer.
Fucking softy ass. Fucking
Rocket Raccoon.
Still has
playing Jor-El.
He said, he said your character helped us almost get to $1 billion with the last Guardians movie. So come on down. I got a little part for you. You don't have to be on. Well, you might have to be on the set, but I mean, you won't have to be on the set. And you just got to say these one lines, and we're gonna glitch it because it's gonna play in a loop because we don't know what the message is.
So I have a question. That whole hologram message from his parents, his birth parents.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate to comics? They send him here to take over, or is that not accurate?
Yes, it is.
That's accurate. They send him here to obviously save his life because Krypton was going to be destroyed, but then his goal was to take over and be Lord of Earth or whatever.
That is I think I don't know. I think it's the Kingdom Come run of it. But the problem is with that with Superman. Okay, so with Superman, his parents telling him, "Okay, you're supposed to take over." It's making it, since we've seen Invincible, they're making
kind of like that.
Kind of like that. Yeah,
I understand.
I did kind of get the feeling when I watched that part. I said this kind of reminds me of Invincible a little bit because
I'll tell you that was not the message in the original Superman movie though.
Nope.
Okay.
That wasn't the message that Marlon Brando gave his son. Okay.
I'm trying to understand if, like, in the comic books, that's considered accurate, that he was sent here and he was supposed to be like
in the comic books. Yes, it is. He was sent here in some aspect. Yes, it was. Because
listen,
sure
they sent them to. They wanted to protect their son because they sent them to a planet that's weaker.
Right.
You got to realize one thing about fucking Superman. Superman and this Superman. Fucking Clark Kent was Superman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Kent was more Superman than Superman was.
Yes.
I just
think I've never heard Superman in any other iteration say darn or gosh,
dude,
or dude. What the hey, dude?
The punk rock music almost took me out of the whole fucking thing.
Look, man. I mean, at least he said that shit is like.
And I like punk rock music to an extent, but I was just like, oh.
Yeah, but what did y'all think about his first fight with Ultraman? When he had to fly, after he got power back up by the sun because he was so weak, and he flew back into Metropolis, and that's when he was fighting Ultraman.
And Ultraman whooped his ass.
Yeah,
and that's when we first see Lex Luthor, and he's controlling Ultraman. I said, you know what that reminded me of when Lex was in there? You know how people be in the control room when they doing productions and they be like, go to camera C, camera B, camera A, this, that. Yes. I mean, he had to remember all of those combinations so Ultraman could be controlled properly to fight Superman.
A2, B1, B6. I thought I was watching a football game.
I thought it was Battleship. Like, come on, man. C-71. Z11.
What? Sunk my
battleship.
You know what? Though? You got to give it up. You got to give it up for Lex, though. He studied him for 3 years and figured out his fighting pattern. And was like, I know it.
He is the ultimate hater.
He's the hater. Hater of the year.
The ultimate hater. The thing is, he has all this money, he has all this wealth and all this power, but Superman is that one wrench in the system for him that he just can't shake. And he says, if I can't beat him, well, he said, well, first off, I have to beat him. Like, that's his determining factor is I have to beat him. And not to jump around, but I thought it was very interesting at the end when he was like having that conversation. Well, he was more like ranting, and he was yelling at one combination, the Ultraman, the whole time. I forgot what it was, but I'll just say it for the sake because I'm thinking of the steak sauce. A1. Like he was just A1.
Like, and guess what happened after that? Crypto used him as a fucking chew toy.
Yeah,
chew toy.
Yeah. This
is the second time Crypto came through and saved him.
Saved his ass. I just waiting for him to just start yelling like back, forward, left, right, up,
down, left, right.
Yeah, like because that's really what he was doing.
What command did he give Crypto? He whistled for him and he said, "Crypto,
get the toy."
He said
get the toy. That's what he said. Get the toy.
Because remember, because it's a callback to when Mr. Fantastic was using his devices, and Crypto had chewed on it because he thought it was a toy. So he destroyed. And hey, listen, I can't knock it. Crypto was the perfect wing. I can't say wingman, the perfect wing pet. Like he came through in the clutch from it, like where it mattered most. Also, what did y'all?
He was a little asshole.
I liked it. And you know what? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all this months ago. I said don't let the cuteness fool you. They're gonna make this dog so aggressive. He's not gonna have an off switch.
Dude, the thing is that this is what's gonna make this movie much.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you, the cuteness factor is going to sell.
I told y'all before. I started empathizing with the dog in the movie, right? I'm not joking when I say this. Anybody who I have a dog. His name is Titan. He's in the other room. He's a fucking puppy. He acts just like Crypto. I was literally sitting there the whole time like, I hate this fucking dog. But at the same point in time, I just want to pet you and be like, oh, you fucking little shit. Like, you're such a little asshole. That's how I felt about Crypto the whole time. I was like, you're a little shit. But yet, like, all right, like,
Chase.
2 toys and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Chase, when I saw this, I said, when I get up here, I'm going to tell you this. And I wanted to know how you was gonna feel about it. Dina called a body, and it wasn't just a regular body; it was a whole president. She said he was like, "You're not." He's like, "You're not going." He's like, "You're not going."
No, she didn't.
Okay. Listen to me.
No body, no case. I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
No, I ain't seen it.
No, we ain't doing that, Leo. Nah, Leo, we not.
No body, no case.
Yo,
we're not.
Hey,
I'm gonna.
Proof is 90% of the law, bro.
We're not doing that. We are not doing that.
He caught her ass.
I'm gonna sound
ass when he dropped her.
I'm gonna sound like a hater right now because of everything I had to say about Dina from The Last of Us. This fucking Hawk Girl character, I hated her from the fucking beginning.
Yo, say
the
it again.
Beginning of the fucking bro. The second this chick came through screaming
that's all
like
she did.
Goats from Love and Thunder. She sounded like the goats from Love and Thunder. She came through. Fucking smacking shit. I was like, "What are you doing? You're annoying me to death."
But wait a minute,
I was like, "You're fucking annoying me, man." Like,
but doesn't she have a battle cry?
I don't know, and I don't care.
I think
even if she does, she's not doing it during the entire fight.
It's all she did. It was all she did.
She flew through the building, and all she did was screaming niggas. Like, what are you doing?
You're not even engaged at that point. Like,
I mean, like that's the thing. I can't speak on the comic accuracy of it. I'm assuming that's her thing in the comics. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, she does have a battle
okay, cool. That's fine. But it just like again,
I will say
it Love and Thundered me. It goated me the whole fucking time.
See that's the problem right there. That's the
it was annoying.
PTSD from Love and Thunder, and that's why it was annoying.
You know what?
I don't need to hear a loud
even if I didn't see that.
Because I don't need to hear a loud pitch scream the whole time. Like, that
was just stupid.
You know what took me out? The first thing that took me out, as soon as I saw that cocksucker Peacemaker.
When I saw that, I said, Leo's gonna love this part. This is gonna
when
great.
He popped up, I looked at Leo.
He's gonna cheer.
I saw that motherfucker talking shit about Soups.
Tell me the truth, Aaron. He got to start doing the dance, didn't he? Leo got up, was like,
I looked at Aaron and I was like,
he was like,
you know what? Well, one thing that I want to talk. Well, one thing that I did like. Well, one of my fights that I did like, of course, was when it was the second fight between Superman and Ultraman, and when Ultraman tried to blast his damn eyes out of his head, like right there, and then Crypto came and he destroyed all the drones. And then when he flew up and punched him in that trailer that we saw that y'all couldn't get up because of the copyright thing, and his teeth hit the drone and he flew off, and all of them attached to them, and he did that drill spin. I call it the drill spin because that drill spin, they're going like that. And then he shoots the laser out his eyes and he does that super spin with the lasers. That was fire. That whole sequence was nice.
And that whole scene with the laser spinning, not one consequence.
what do you mean?
Not one of them died.
Oh yeah, that's true. They all fell to the ground.
No, they didn't.
Well, yeah, they probably
didn't.
I don't know. Yeah, they probably didn't die.
Superman don't kill. It's all good.
But the thing is, the best fight scene for me was when they were in the Fortress of Solitude.
With the engineer and Ultraman.
Oh, that was good. That was really. I like
really good.
I mean, I thought that was good. I didn't think it wasn't that great.
You didn't like it that much?
I thought it was visually stimulating, but it wasn't that great. They were fighting a bunch of freaking drones that drag Superman's dumbass around and healed him.
Well, shout out to Crypto, because Crypto got that one scratch across the engineer's face.
Yeah, and then he got slapped in the face with a whole bunch of nanites.
I did feel bad for Crypto because Lex put him on that virtual rat wheel, that virtual rat wheel, and he's like.
Like chasing
like that.
I'm still trying to understand why they would build automaton robots that was so fucking weak, and they're supposed to be the security and whatnot. Like it just. So first of all,
make it make sense.
We talked about this before. So when they bring him in the first scene, the robot explains that he has no emotions, but the entire time they're responding like they got emotions. Like number 4 is like, hey, he looked at me like.
Now that wasn't
having emotions.
That
was the new one.
Yeah, whatever she was.
I think her name was 11 or 11
yeah,
or something.
Whatever she was.
22.
But the problem is that the motherfucker number 4 was a G. He was like, we don't like this motherfucking dog. We feed it because we told to.
He can sense that we are not flesh and blood. They do not care whether he lives or dies. That's word.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I did like the beach fight with Mr. Terrific, and I like that it was all one shot. Like he was walking off the ship like that, and then he said, "Lois, you're gonna stay in this bubble."
Okay,
and I'm going.
So let's talk about the beach.
Torian, I have a question for you about that fight scene because did you not notice it? So Mr. Terrific steps out the ship and he's about to do his thing, right? And you're about to see the fight scene, and then he bubbles Lois, right? And then he sends out all his shit. The music was so fucking loud. His whole fight scene, it was in my ears, the loudest thing I've ever heard. Ever. All it was music, and you didn't even get to hear any of the cool shit he was doing with the fucking drone, with his little whatever he called them, the circle drones. Because all you heard was the fucking music. All you heard was the music. So I was like, bro, I can't even appreciate this fucking scene because as dope as it was, the music was so loud it was distracting.
I was like, yo, when we were watching it, I was like, Aaron, yo, was that shit fucking really fucking loud?
Loud as hell. I don't know if it's because we were in IMAX. It was loud.
And then he's the only person in the whole fucking movie that has the music that fucking loud.
No other fight scene had music like that. None.
Because he was black.
Yeah,
and the dance move for him throwing the fucking arms.
Yeah. So first of all, I thought the fight scene was nice, but I didn't think
cool.
I did enjoy it.
It wasn't terrific. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things for me, bro. Like, but I don't know. Like I said, realizing that I have to keep reminding myself that this is a general audience's movie. So I just expected a little bit more from him. And they shot it from far off most of the time. And then you got the one perception where Lois is in the bubble and she's watching him. It just I don't know. It wasn't terrific, man. It just wasn't.
Terrific.
I will say this. He got more to do in this movie than he did in X-Men First Class. Now that was diabolical.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
no,
He
yes.
did get a bigger role, but
Yeah,
the one thing that took me out: who the fuck are you to put a fucking nanite in fucking Superman?
Yeah, that was crazy,
Hey,
right?
he's Mr. Terrific. That's who he
He's
is.
terrific. You didn't hear him say it. He said, "I'm terrific."
You ain't him? I
He-
do it to everybody.
I
It's just a thing I do.
I love the fact that he took Lois on the ship, and then he was just like, "I don't give a fuck about your relationship shit." He's like, "I don't give a fuck."
And then he gave her the parent look. I love that shit. He was like,
"You want to keep talking?"
She started talking. She's like, "Well, I don't really know if he's my boyfriend. We were kind of experimenting." He just looked back at her like, "I said I don't give a fuck." God,
What was funny to me was when Lois had went to the Hall of Justice and he had left with her, and it took that garage door forever to open up. And she says, "You got this superpowered ship, but it takes you 10 minutes to open up a garage door."
That was cringy as shit for me. I was like, "Come on, bro."
really? But that's James Gunn, baby.
Speaking of, since you said cringy, Guy Gardner.
I'm glad they acknowledged.
Do we have to talk about him?
I'm glad they acknowledged the cut in the movie when Lois said that's a stupid haircut, because that's everyone's been saying.
But it is comic accurate though. It's literally comic accurate.
Yeah, it's comic accurate, but the actor did fucking horrible with him.
I don't know.
Nathan Fillion?
I thought Nathan Fillion was okay.
I think he did all right
as that character.
I liked him back in his fucking series and whatever the fuck it was. The rookie. Yeah, he can stay with the cop shows, bro.
He came out and said that in the Lantern series that's coming up, he drops more F-bombs than he has his entire career. Apparently, rumored. I don't know how true that is, but the Lantern series is coming out. He drops more F-bombs than he has his entire acting career. That's what he said.
One thing I gotta say, Jimmy motherfucking Olsen, you a G.
Yeah, Jim.
Listen,
you a G, bro.
What did he name her? What did he name her in the phone? Something Toes. What was that?
Mutant Toes.
Mutant Toes.
Mutant Toes.
Mutant Toes is
Jimmy
crazy.
You the G, bro, in this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, fact.
Yo, he's a silent pimp, boy.
What?
She said, but if I get this, that means we could be together. He was like,
yeah.
My man, yo, she was like, we can spend the weekend together. My man was like,
the whole weekend?
The whole
weekend? That's a long time. Crazy. I actually thought what was her name? I always forget. Was she mechanic? Is that what she's called? Mechanic?
The mechanic.
Engineer, whatever the fuck it was. I actually thought she was cool. Honestly, like her power design and shit like that. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
like I thought that whole
anything that she thinks of.
Yeah, that whole thing with her like getting into Superman's lungs and like suffocating him. I thought that was like a cool concept to try and stop Superman from what he was doing.
No, I knew
one thing that fucked me up. Hey, Superman took Ultraman and her up to space, right?
He did.
Yep.
Where's the sun at? Isn't it located in space?
Well, yeah. So that would kind of go back to when he got his ass kicked in the sky and he falls to the snow, and they have to take him to the fortress and put him on a table and give him 2 magnifying glasses the size of my living room table to re-energize him as if he just wasn't up there near the fucking sun.
So wait, you got to understand that the reason why he fell is because he ran.
He ran.
But
so he ran away, first of all. So you flew. Why couldn't you be like a regular Superman and fly to space and just absorb the fucking sun?
I'm just saying, he's in Antarctica and the sun's right there. Like, it's the highest point you're gonna ever get close to the sun, and you're in the sky.
I mean, in all the places of Antarctica, he landed in the shade. Like really, bro? Really, bro? It's a glacier. You landed in the shade?
Yeah, ain't no trees. I like you.
Come on, son.
I don't know, bro. Like this is what was taking me out. Like,
you know what's so crazy? Y'all know how y'all know the lore and how everything works with Superman. Y'all notice how y'all mentioned about the audience that this is made for. They don't care about none of that.
No, but
as long as they see all the glamorous stuff that's there, they could care less. Many of them aren't going to research none of this. They just want to see a man in a blue suit with a red cape with his dog flying around doing cool stuff.
Okay.
So they're not going to care about
this is how movies work, man.
Yeah,
we are going to nitpick. We are going to talk about these nuances.
And like we said, Superman, the name alone is going to sell itself. So people
wait until after this weekend. Wait till after this weekend.
Well, I was gonna say, I know I have slides on numbers and stuff like that, and Leo and I were talking about it a little bit too on the way out. But like, it's gonna be interesting because now apparently people are saying it's not gonna make what they thought it was originally, and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, listen, we'll get into all that momentarily. Here's what I want to say, because this is kind of how the movie went for me. Like I said in the beginning, Act 1, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be rough. The whole last act of the movie brought me back and redeemed it to be decent, in my opinion. Like, that's just how it went. Like, I fucked with everything from the point that Superman got back to his parents' house on. I fucked with everything that happened from that point on. Nothing took me out of the movie. Everything was kind of cool. Even the scenes with his parent, that whole scene with him and his dad. I don't know if it's because I'm about to have a son, but I was like, damn. That was, I was like, damn, that was kind of that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was what's his name from Constantine, though. Just so you know,
I did, yeah. I think I
know what I thought it was so funny.
He's a big ass fucking softy. Man, the fuck up.
He was a proud dad. Damn it! Come on, man.
Fuck that. You Superman, bitch.
That shit. Keep going, bro.
Exactly. You Superman, bitch. Smack him on the ass. Get your ass back up there. I'm proud of you. Get the fuck up.
What made me laugh a little bit was when he had called. Was it him that, I don't know if it was him that he called his mom. And she had the speakerphone on.
Oh yeah.
And with the speakerphone on, she's yelling into the phone. I thought that was so funny because I said that is such an elderly thing to do. Like, they don't like with the technology and them living out there in Smallville. So it's slow out there. They're in rural towns, so everything is not moving fast like they're in a metropolitan area. So I thought that was funny. I mean, at least she knew how to work the phone, but she probably just didn't realize she had the speakerphone on, so she didn't have to yell into the phone. But I thought that was funny because I said that's like realistically what an elderly person probably would do. So I thought that was kind of funny. I actually thought the mother, like everything that she said was funny, mainly because of her strong country accent was what made
the strong.
Oh man, they put it on hard.
Why was the mom tougher than the dad though? Because she said, "Oh, I got your boots ready."
No, she said, "I shined your boots."
I shined your boots.
She said, "I shined your boots."
The thing is, his mom knew what time it was. She saw that news clip and she says, "I'll go get your boots for you." She already knew what time it was. She was like, "It's time." She was like, "It's time."
Here, I thought I was gonna get a new suit too.
Nope, no new suit.
They trolled you.
Here, everybody thought Ultraman's mask got ripped off in that scene when he fell.
I'm not gonna lie.
You were like, "Oh, it's Cavill. Oh, it's Cavill." Nope,
bro. When it happened, he crawled out that hole, and I saw hair. I was like, "Ooh, who is it? Who is it?"
Leo looked at me with Cavill, and I looked at him, and I was like, "Nope, it's a fucking clone." I'm telling you, bro.
He fell into a black hole. And he'll come back as Bizarro.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He fell into the black hole. He will come back as Bizarro.
Because the one thing that Lex made sure that they put in the script was that he said he's probably more stupid than you.
Yep. I caught that part.
They made sure that they added that into the script, so they were already setting that part of it up. I figured he was a clone.
You know what? I got a question. Who the hell designs Metropolis apartments? Did anybody else notice there's a full floor-to-ceiling window that slides open? Ain't no balcony.
Yeah, it's facts.
How he just float up to that shit and just walk into the place?
He walked
spot.
He walked in there like he was coming through the front door. I'm like, well, damn.
I was like, wait a minute, there's no balcony out there though, bro. Like, what's going on? They just have full windows you can just open up and just fall out of.
Yeah, I need to see her check out the Daily Planet because she baking some.
Oh yeah,
baking good bread.
Lois is like she's like top billing over at the Daily Planet.
I love how my man was like, nah, that's just some interdimensional imp. I was looking for a dog.
It was like a regular every day or every other week occurrence.
And then Scott Gardner's out there with the fucking Green Lantern ring with a big ass bat hitting the damn thing.
Just banging on it.
I got one question.
Mm-hmm.
What did babies do to DC?
Bro, talk about
what?
Please.
But that baby didn't die.
No. Everyone
It's just the Flash. They've been putting babies in microwaves, bro.
No,
but he didn't. The baby in this movie didn't die.
The baby didn't die in the microwave either.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that shit movie.
I didn't see the Flash.
He didn't die in the microwave. That's the same thing. I'm like, yo, what is it with babies, bro? Like
But-
every movie gotta have a baby that's like in mortal danger, and then they do something stupid with it.
But
So Elemental couldn't carry his own baby when he changes.
But that adds to the family aspect. It's the baby, it's the dog, it's the my god, the family. It adds to that. That's the thing. It's family.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you
family
something. When I'm telling you right now, when I'm telling you, when I was watching the movie, and I don't know if the same thing was for y'all, but when I was watching it and they saved the baby, it was a collective of women in there saying, "Oh,
yeah, we heard."
They was like literally.
Listen, I'll tell you what.
Literally, like all I heard.
I'll tell you what. I ain't heard not a damn thing in my theater.
Fact.
Nobody clapped. Nobody cheered. Nobody laughed. Everybody just sat there and watched.
Everybody was thinking the same thing. Like,
But this is when I knew. This is when I knew Lex was unhinged. When he got that guy that helped Superman out of that ditch, and he put that gun in his head and did the Russian roulette, and popped him right there in the chair, and he said, "Oh, this went a lot faster than I thought it would."
I'll be back. He said, "I'll be back with somebody else you've talked to, and I'm going to kill them too."
How about that reporter that you're always doing interviews?
Nah, Lex is a motherfucker. He put all his exes in a goddamn interdimensional jail.
Let me find out, son.
Yo, Lex, I need to borrow that real quick.
Let me get the keys to that pocket dimension, bro.
Oh, I didn't get that.
I need to borrow that real quick.
Speaking of reporters,
He had a lot of motherfuckers in there.
Speaking of reporters,
A lot.
I wanted to quickly mention Cat Grant. How you doing?
Hello.
I was
You want
like-
to talk about a spinoff?
I was
Let me get a
like,
spinoff with that.
I was like, oh, hello.
She didn't have enough lines.
Olsen?
Yeah.
What did y'all think of Metamorpho?
I was actually going to say, I'm
He was a
glad you
dope
brought it up. So Metamorpho was cool, bro. I had
Yeah,
no
he-
issues for the
yeah,
for the
he-
limited screen time he
That
had.
was
cool.
Yeah, he was basically a pawn for Lex, so he just turned his hand into
Voiced him.
I
He
did.
was,
I will
he was
say
played
this.
by Anthony Carrigan.
I will say this though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about y'all, but when Superman was in there and his face was swelling up like a pumpkin, I thought of the movie Hitch. When he ate that shellfish and his face started to swell up like that, and he looked and his ear was all swollen, and his face, this whole side of his face, I literally
you didn't even have to wait for that long because every goddamn flying scene we got his face all fucking wrinkly.
yeah, bro.
He did enough.
He only had one good flying scene when he had to get back to the fucking Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
That looked fucking really dope.
That looked real.
That really looked
Like
really
he was
fucking
putting
good.
the effort into the shit.
That's the
Exactly.
thing. There were a
Every
couple
other
scenes
one,
where I was like,
it's like
I even like
wide angle lens.
And a lot of
fucking
people
head.
thought, a lot of people was kind of worried because they thought like they thought in that trailer that the shaky cam looked goofy. I thought I liked that they did the shaky cam thing because it also shows that to us on the surface, Superman's flying looks so smooth, but we don't see it from his perspective that it's not as smooth. The mechanic is not as smooth as one might think. It's really shaky because he's going so fast, and then he's flying through snow. So at a very high rated speed, and he was rushing to get back there because he heard he was looking for crypto. Speaking of, what did y'all think of that scene when he came busting through the door, asking for the dog, like where the dog was?
I think that was the bitchiest scene I've ever seen. Like, how dare you depict Superman to be such a fucking pussy? Like, yo, you bust up in the door. And the man just sits there like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, where's the dog?
His desk. Yo, my man said, what are you talking about? What
Where's the dog? He said, ugly dog with the
Dog
cake.
with the cake? I was like, oh!
that shit was hilarious.
He said,
Let me
ugly
tell
dog
you
with the
something.
cake.
It is how he got played that I was like,
No, the
You're so
problem is
dumb.
that's Superman. He didn't hear what he said. It's fucking Superman. Motherfucker can hear shit from a fucking mile out.
no, he heard him. He heard him. Lex said it just for him. And that's why he looked like a dumbass. You heard him? You heard him? You heard what he said? No, stupid. It was just for you.
Only you can hear that, genius.
And then he hung his head like some freaking herb and walked off.
Fact.
Pussy.
And then turned himself in.
And then turned himself in.
Turned himself in.
I smell.
Oh, but Ultraman just treated him like he was from the South Bronx, just threw his fucking face.
Yo. Just like,
Yo,
is this
Ultraman
necessary?
was pushing this motherfucker was
No, but
pushing
it's
him
fun.
all the fucking way. I was like, Yo, Superman, yo, come on, seriously, son.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen.
When he pushed him in the back, I was like, all right, man.
Like,
There ain't too many of these motherfucking pushes gonna be going on,
Right.
bro.
I also know, like,
he had no boss ass scene where he was like, "Look, Pop, listen, y'all not really holding me. Stop playing games."
like, yeah, I'm going in, but we're not doing all of this. It's a
Like,
fact.
What?
I also know, like, you know, I'm not even trying to shout out names or anything like that, but like Frank Grillo had a lot to say about the MCU before he left, about how he didn't like his time in the MCU, only to play such a minor role in Superman.
Great job, Ricky Flag.
Like, he was Rick Flag, and he had two scenes in the movie, like the whole fucking time. Now listen, I know he's gonna voice him in Creature Commandos because he did already, and I know he's gonna play other roles, and there was rumors of another. But I was like, bro, like Frank Grillo sat there and bitched about the MCU the whole time, and then had such a minor role. He was in like 3 scenes, and it was all like, oh, I don't care about metahumans. Oh, I don't care about metahumans. I was like, all right, bro, like, so whatever. Like, I guess you're gonna go and get smacked around by Clayface again in animation. Is that what you want to do? Cool. All right, man. I don't know. Like, cool. I enjoy James Gunn's DC if that's what you want to do. Like, you were Crossbones. You got fucking blown up by fucking Wanda. That was your fucking role in the MCU, and you got your ass beat by Captain America twice.
And that must have been that had to be
exactly.
And that had to be a painful explosion for him, because the explosion happened. He was trying to blow other people up, and she trapped him up in that ball. So that explosion had to be painful, because she had to he contain that explosion for that long while he's still halfway alive.
I just think he bitched about his time in the MCU only to go to DC and have like such a minor role outside of animation so far. I mean, granted, James Gunn's still gonna build his DCU, but like,
this is one part of the movie that it took me out. We got the kaiju, right? They got him in a little fucking box cage. Right? Motherfucker looked like fucking Stitch. This is
and that's what it looked like. That's what I couldn't think of it at the time when I was watching it. But
I'll put money on it. Who you got? That kaiju or Stitch?
I mean, before it grows,
even at the size that it's at.
Stitch. I'm with Stitch.
Yeah, you're right. I would take Stitch. I'm Stitch is that dude.
You know what? I'll do you one better. I'll take Jack when he turns into the little red demon. You know, when he turns into the little red demon, I'll take Jack.
That's not even a fair fight. But the problem is that okay, we have the kaiju. You let it out. Oh, it's gonna get bigger. We don't get none of that scene, right? How it gets bigger or what happens? How does it grow? But no, we get when they say, "Oh, we got to evacuate the city." You get a fucking whole 45 seconds of people just going on buses, getting on the bridge, driving around, looking around, and just driving and getting in their cars and packing this shit up and go. Why the fuck do I need to see that? You give me one scene, people leaving the fucking city, and then you just hop back and say, "Hey, how the fuck did this kaiju get this fucking big? Where the fuck did he get this kaiju from?"
Yep, I agree.
Come on, man.
Yo, they
pocket dimensions, bro.
They could have took that time to let us watch him run back and forth and eat stuff and just keep growing. And that would have been a moment. That would have been because we would, like
he was in a coffee shop and he was like 7 feet tall.
That's it. Listen, that's going to be in the director's cut.
Director's cut.
You have to watch that.
The James Gunn cut. The Gunn cut.
The Gunn cut.
I mean the Gunn cut.
It should have been in the audience cut and whatnot.
It's going to be in the director's cut.
So wait,
you know what's so crazy? It makes you also wonder, like, even though I just said that, how much for the sake of time was cut from this movie for the sake of time, because I'm sure there was a lot of stuff that was, and I wonder what the original runtime of this movie was, because I think the runtime is like a little over 2 hours. This movie was probably, the original runtime was probably damn near 4 hours. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that. So if James Gunn, if he had the balls to do it and release a director's cut like much what Zack Snyder did with the Justice League,
you wouldn't watch it.
You said you wouldn't watch it?
Wouldn't watch it.
You wouldn't watch it. Well, 4 hours of this is definitely not like you wouldn't watch it.
Because I don't think that there was anything else in there that would make me feel any different about this movie.
Right.
You know, just reflecting on it now, I'm sitting here going like, there was just so like I watched a bunch of spoiler-free reviews before we went to go see it, because I was like, I just want to see what people are saying about it. And like a lot of what people were saying, like now after seeing it, I genuinely agree with. Like, there was so much going on and so many characters. Like, think about how much real on-screen time you actually got with Superman outside of the third act. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really didn't get Superman a lot. You got a decent amount of Clark Kent, especially the first 2 acts. You got like okay time with Superman in the last act, and then you got a bunch of the side characters. Like, I get look, this is the introduction to James Gunn's DC. So like I understand, like he wanted to make sure, hey, make sure you know who that character is, make sure you know who that is, make sure you know who this is, blah blah blah. And I got to throw Peacemaker in there, and I got to throw my brother in there because you know that's what I do.
Oh God,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my
like, and I got it. I was like, okay, bro, like
That's
I
your Mac
understand.
Lord.
I was like, all right, I understand, but at the same point in time, it was just like there was a lot going on. Where I
Yeah,
was
but-
like, damn, you know,
but,
like
but listen, but for me, this is where they win because
yeah,
it's not just a straight, oh, I'm Superman, he's Lex, he's the bad guy, I gotta go. Like there were all of these detours and distractions and different levels to the movie.
I can
And
see that.
that is for me where they win because you're not just stuck in one storyline. You have a storyline, and then you know the Justice Gang shows up, and that's a storyline. And
Justice Gang, baby.
Gang, like, oh,
That was
you know,
that was funny. That was a little funny at the end when Metamorpho was like, because Hawkgirl wasn't messing with the Justice Gang. None of them were.
Yeah.
Only Guy Gardner was.
Yeah.
And Metamorpho was like, Justice Gang. I
That's
kind of
not
like
dope.
that. He said, "You're in."
You're in.
Because at first he wasn't gonna let him in.
Yeah.
This motherfucker said, I made giant oven mitts.
Yeah, like he thought that was cool.
Oh man,
It wasn't me or like, why is DC stuck with 90s era fucking graphics? Like why does everything look like it's like?
Wait, you talking about the credits and stuff?
No, I'm talking about all of the fucking digital animation. When the portal opens, it just reminded me of like one of the X-Men movies, the Fox X-Men movie.
I can see.
Like all of the digital graphics in it just looks like some old shit that they like yo, we can just use that. And it just none of it was cutting edge visually. Like there was nothing visually stunning on any of it. The kaiju looked like it was some old shit. Like none of it looked like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like none of it.
I will say this:
The hot girl got stuck in the eye. That was funny.
Well,
as shit.
okay. So like her hammer was stuck in there.
Yeah.
Because it closed its eye on her hammer. She couldn't get the
No, she said her knee.
out.
Wasn't she saying her knee?
I thought she
Her
said
knee?
She said her knee.
Oh, she was stuck in there.
Her knee was stuck.
Shows
in
how
her
much I was paying attention.
eyelid.
Sorry.
Yeah, because she was saying my knee. She couldn't get her knee out.
And then Guy Gardner with his freaking poker
Like, dude, like
poking the thing in the eye.
That's some weird James Gunn shit, bro.
It looked like a contact.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's some weird
It
James
looked
Gunn
like
shit,
it looked like an eye contact.
And then it had to be my boy figuring out, well, I'll just throw all my bombs down his throat.
Yeah.
Blow up his stomach. Gotcha.
But you know what? You know what? One thing I will say is this, with Mr. Terrific being one of, because there were two black characters in there. I'm glad that they did not make him incompetent.
Oh, that's a fact.
Because I would have been so pissed if they would have made him so silly, or the comic relief.
They did make him silly. Did you see the last credit scene?
Or the comic relief.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll get to that. Let's get to the end of the movie then.
Oh yeah, wait,
This motherfucker kicked the rock.
Wait, before we get to that, when Mr. Terrific sends the T-Spears into the kaiju stomach, am I the only person that thought of a White Castle commercial?
100%.
Oh god.
I'm like, yo, bro, he just hit him with the White Castle bombs.
Boom.
He gave him a murder burger real quick.
Live time.
Let me just be the one to be on the record to say this, that I was the only one that said this. And when I said it, y'all said, nah, I don't think it's going to happen. I was the one that said that Supergirl was going to get a cameo in this movie. And they gave her one at the dead end when he said her cousin. Listen, when I was in the theater and number 4 said that, my theater actually cheered when they heard cousin.
Crazy.
And then when she no, I'm just saying in my theater they cheered, and when she came in, because that just shows you, because they're just basically setting up, like, letting you know, we know Supergirl is going to be the next movie. So here she is.
Superman a bitch.
Sure did. Thanks for watching my dog, bitch. What? And then he just like,
Yo,
Why'd she come up in the Fortress of Solitude like on some Madison shit? From
bro,
not even Madison wouldn't even do that, bro.
She walked in there like I'm back from a bender here to get my dog. He
literally says that she's known for partying on different planets. Like she goes on different planets. She's always partying. She's a party girl.
Yeah, she
looked like she just came from having a crazy night on Mars.
Bro, she looked like
Supergirl getting lit out here twerking on fucking tables on Mars.
Right. She looked like she just came from.
No, she can't be on Mars. She can't be on Mars.
Where's she gonna be at?
She parties on planets that have red sun, so she can get drunk.
So Supergirl movie is gonna be messy. That's basically what
they're basically telling you that they gave you a hint right there at the end with her, letting you know what to expect with that version of Supergirl.
That's early next year, mind you. That's May next year, I think.
Meg Thee Stallion shall be played.
Oh god. Leo's crazy. But you know what? What's so funny though? Like we forgot to talk about this. That last interaction that Superman had with Lex in the tower when Lex was passing on him, and then Superman trying to be the good guy. Crypto was like, F that. He grabbed Lex up and just started and started tearing him up. And it took Superman to tell him to stop.
He broke his arm.
But Crypto wasn't hearing it. He was tearing him multiple new ones.
Yeah, James. Hey, James, don't act like we don't know you stole that from Marvel. Crypto has a Hulk Loki moment.
Kind of, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, kind of.
Here's the thing. Yeah. James Gunn said I was once a part of Marvel, so hey, it is what it is. Yeah, but I did catch that though. Like I said, that reminds me of when the Hulk took Loki and was doing
this. One thing that he needs to stop doing is comparing this fucking Superman to Christopher Reeves.
Better stop.
Did he do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me just
everything I've seen him say recently in interviews, because obviously he's on press tour, right, for it now. Everything I see him saying is like, this was supposed to be really comic accurate. It took time. I read the comics. I that, and I was like, I don't know, because I've never sat there and read Superman comics. I don't fucking know if this is how Superman acts in All-Star Superman. I don't know. I have no idea to reference that.
The problem is he put 4 different comics together.
I was getting ready to say it. Sounded like he pulled from multiple. It sounded like he pulled from multiple.
I'm curious. Where's Kingdom Come fit in there?
Cut the shit. Cut the shit. Don't mention that.
And also don't
mention. He said it's one of his books.
And let me just
mention that. You talking about a Superman fucking run that was fucking.
And let me just say this. So because I'm gonna do a video on this, because I have my review going up tomorrow, but I have another video that's related to Superman also. To all the people out there that are making this comment, oh, Superman, James Gunn is making Superman woke because he called him an illegal alien. He is an illegal alien. He literally comes from another planet. He's an alien who dropped down here. He's an illegal alien. I know what they're trying to do. I know what kind of narrative you're kind of spin, but it's not landing the way that you think. And the character's been around for like.
It's landing. It's landing on certain news stations. But we ain't gonna get into that.
That's the news station I'm talking about, Leo. The one you're thinking about is the same one I'm talking about.
So here's the thing, though. That's not what set people off. What set people off is where he's telling Lex how he's human. Mm-hmm. And he's telling him, like, listen, I make mistakes, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. This is the speech that's reaching into the immigrant audiences and those that don't want that to happen, because what it's basically saying is, like, listen, these people are human too and deserve human decency. This is what set everybody off. It's not the fact that he's
No, I'm not talking about that. The comment that I'm referring to, they were saying that before the movie came out. They're referring to a response or an answer that James Gunn got when he was being interviewed by someone from Variety, and he said that Superman is literally an illegal alien because he's not from Earth. He's from another planet that crash landed here. So that's
Well,
we can talk more about that.
Let's look at it like this. Before the current administration, if I and my wife went someplace and got a child and brought him back home, where we at now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
dude was asking, does Superman even have a social security number?
Like, listen, people
does Clark Kent?
people are stupid. So I
know Clark Kent has one.
Yeah, facts. I don't know if it's real. You might have got it off of shoe.
He definitely ain't real.
He got that Timu as double.
That Timu. It's insane. I don't. I just got to the point where I don't even like to respond to the woke audience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just trigger words that's used to bringing other people that that want to push the hate and whatnot.
And you know what? That's fine, because that's what you have me here for. I will respond to it because I have no problem making people look and sound more dumb than they already are. That's one of my traits. I feel like when people ask me what's your mutant power, that's one of them.
Why do you think we let you on?
Hey, listen. That's how I got to the 73K.
There you go.
No doubt.
Can I be honest with you now? Seeing this movie, I kind of have. So obviously, Supergirl's coming out next year, and then the next project James Gunn is really talking about outside of the Batman movie that now has got delayed so many times is Brave and the Bold. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know how I feel about a Brave and the Bold project at this point. Because that's such a different. Again, I go back to the tone shift. It's such a different tone shift from.
Listen, I honestly don't think we're gonna get that, because
that's the next script he's talking about by the end of the year.
Watching this, first of all, Waller, The Authority, and Brave and the Bold have a completely different tone in terms of story.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
And so
they should.
But that's the thing, though, right? Supergirl's supposed to have Lobo in it. Lobo's a fucking tone shift. Lobo is a fucking tone shift and a half.
Lobo can be a tone shift.
No, Lobo should be a tone shift. Not can be.
Should. Oh, you're right. He should be.
Thank you.
He probably won't.
Yeah. Well, if he's not, then I'm fucking out. Like, I'm done.
But we also got to realize on the
he's
news
dumbed down. I'm done. I'm out. Like,
you got to realize one thing too. Clayface is at rated R.
Yeah, Clayface is rated R.
Yeah.
So on that note, then Brave and the Bold should be also
rated R.
Yeah. So
Brave and the Bold should be the complete opposite.
You know what I'm noticing?
No, it won't.
What if this has the Harry Potter effect? And what I mean by that is, I don't know if any of y'all seen all the Harry Potter movies, but notice how the first Harry Potter was light. But then as it started to go on, the more and more darker it got, the more crazier it got as the story went on all the way to the very end.
Right.
What if this is the lighter tone, and then as it continues to go on, the more darker it gets, but it's moving in layers instead of just throwing everything at you at one time the first go round, and then it starts to fizzle out as it moves on. So maybe that's the direction that I'm being optimistic.
But
in which direction that he's heading with this?
Yeah, at that point, you're following the storyline of Justice League 90s, and the issue that you're going to have there is where this thing needs to get dark is really not a general audience's type of thing. Because even Brave and the Bold
is kind of dark.
Like you talking about a really different, like this is where Penguin is that type of storyline. You feel me? So you're just not gonna, and none of this is gonna really connect. Damian is a different.
Shit, you want to talk about dark? You just want to know what Lobo did to fucking Supergirl?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Right. That's the point. But that's the thing, though, right? Lobo's not the main villain of Supergirl. Lobo's supposed to be the after credit scene of Supergirl at this point. From what we've heard.
Lobo,
villain.
I got 3 words for Lobo: Drax the Destroyer, because that's who you're gonna be.
That's probably what it leans towards at this point. It's such a right. We say this all the time because we watch a lot of comic book movies. That's what we do, right? Like there's such a line that you can toe, right? And let me put it to you this way, right? Think about it. The Avengers movies are PG-13. Thanos got a little fucking dark at times. You know what I'm saying? But it towed the line of what you could really there were scenes cut where Thanos showed up with Captain America's fucking skull in his hand and threw it at them and said, see, like that shit got cut because it was too fucking far over the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, so can James Gunn toe the line of Brave and the Bold to make it not that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a this is the line. He's got to like,
now if he's trying to keep it authentic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is he gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
If he's trying to keep it authentic with Brave and the Bold, he has to go. He has to go straight.
I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, we don't know what the future holds. I mean, I'll just be patient and see.
All right.
What happens.
Same. I agree with you. All right. So let's we got to get on to nerdy news and rumors. Let's do this. So I got go ahead.
2 end credit scenes.
End credit scene, but mid credit, end credit. Yeah, mid and end credit. Yeah, whatever they call it. Yeah.
Another
waste of my fucking time.
Another all moment, by the way, because when again in my audience, when
what a waste of my fucking time.
They said, that was another all moment right there.
It's a comic cover, as per Leah.
Dorian, comic cover. The all moment. Okay.
I'm just saying that
all moment. Let me tell you something. You know what that told? You know what it told me immediately? He has no plan.
Facts.
It's a day.
He has zero plan.
Yeah.
This is the shit that he threw at the wall, and he's praying to God that it sticks.
It's facts.
Because I will compare it to like the whole, general purpose of a after credit scene is to give you a little tidbit into what's coming next. Marvel did that fantastically with their very first movie. And whether it was successful or not, that end credit scene existed at the end of that movie.
Well, I got a question for you. What if you could have crafted even just one end credit scene? What would it have been?
It would have probably involved my next project or something that's coming along the line. So I wouldn't have put stupid drunk ass Supergirl coming inside to get her dog. It would have been something along the lines where he would have met up with her somewhere else, something to tease what's coming.
The end credit scene should have been what happened to Ultraman.
Oh my God!
Whether or not he becomes, he's going to become Pizarro.
Like that's perfect.
Or you could, or even to a lesser extent, you could have done something with Guy Gardner and led into the Lantern series to even just to make it like this is coming down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Don't call it a DCU.
Yeah,
it's not a universe. You have this one movie that you did now, and that's it.
And that's it.
You're hoping that this works out for you.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you got Mr. Terrific kicking a rock.
Okay, no, stop.
And then you got a drunk chick saying, "Hey,
no, that was in the movie. No, that's in the movie. It's not an end credit.
Hey, bitch, where's my dog at?"
That's in the movie.
Shit, that was
you got him and Crypto sitting on the fucking moon looking at the Earth. What kind of shit is that?
It's a comic cover, brother.
I don't give two shits what cover it is.
It's a comic cover.
You wasted my time.
Yeah, kind of.
Listen, I kid you not. The people sitting next to me had like 3 kids with them. As soon as they saw him sitting there watching the moon, they took off. Like, oh hell no!
When me and Aaron went, there was a lot of fucking awes and shit.
That was
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. When I saw they saw that part, it was a lot of awes for that part.
Every time of the fucking dog. This is what I'm saying. This is the crypto show.
The cuteness factor was going to sell.
Would you get a dog with one ear down, one ear up?
All right, so let's do this, and then we'll get into like the slides I have for Superman. So let's give it your out of 10. Who wants to start?
Fucking 6.
6?
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
I give it a 7.5, 8.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Give it a 7
out of 10. I know people are gonna say like that's a cop out answer, but like I want to rewatch it. And really, the rewatch is going to determine if it's going to go up to like a 7.5, 8, or like go down to a 6. Because I just like
I don't want to watch this again.
I want to see it again. I do. I want to watch it again because I miss things. I know I miss things. I definitely did.
Maybe when it comes on HBO.
No, I already know if I watch this again, it's going to go down to like a 5.
Well, that's what I'm afraid it might go down if I watch it again.
If I watch it again, it's going to be a 5. So I'm not going to do it.
But I don't know.
And feel like some kind of way.
And here's the problem, right? Is that people are going to watch this back and say, if we give fucking Fantastic Four 8, oh, they just don't like DC. Superman was way better. Like, I trust me, I can already fucking hear it, and I thank God there's 2 weeks until we have to see Fantastic Four because it gives me
that doesn't
time
mean
to-
it's on. That means that's coming.
it gives me but it gives me time to decompress next week and be like, now I get to go into Fantastic Four with like a fresh, like, okay, I'm going to see a Marvel project now. Obviously, listen, there's going to be comparisons between the movies. They came out the same month, a 2-week radius of each other. It's going to happen.
But look at it this way. After Fantastic Four comes out, you don't have to worry about another DC movie until another DC Marvel movie until next year. So you got all the time.
For Marvel, it's like late next year.
A year and a half, like basically a year and a half, because Doomsday doesn't come out until December, and Supergirl comes out in May.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm 50-50 on if I'm going to see Supergirl at this point. I don't know if I'll go see Supergirl. I might, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Aaron with this because seeing what I saw when she came in just makes me feel like it's going to be a tween movie.
Mm-hmm.
This white girl wasted time.
I might wait unless people really want us to review it. I literally might wait for that on Max. Like on it. Sorry. Sorry. Wait, HBO Max, because you're back again. So my bad. Like,
HBO Max is back, baby.
You know me. I'll be the willing and offered up guinea pig and go watch Supergirl because it comes out my birthday weekend. But all those movies you do because it's always that first weekend. But I'll go watch it.
I will go see it. I will go and see it. I'm not going to see it in IMAX.
Out of curiosity to see what I think it's the curiosity that's there. And then on top, like I said, think about it. That's the next big superhero movie. After Fantastic Four, that's the next big one, and that's
literally get like almost a year off of superhero movies.
And you know what? That's the strategic thing because they said let's space this out some, like the way we're doing it, and not make them like we did doing back to back with Fantastic Four and Superman, so we can give people a reason to miss it.
Probably.
Much like how they did like in the first phase of Marvel, where they had like maybe one movie a year or one movie every other year, so they to space it out. But one thing I think all of us collectively could agree on that we did like, well, I'm speaking for myself, and I'm gonna say the same thing with Fantastic Four, is they did not do this as an origin story.
No.
They just like you
still got the origin story in the beginning though.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'd rather them do that than show me.
But he's already established as like people already know him as Superman.
Yeah,
so he's already established.
He's a 3 year in. He's supposedly 3 years in Superman. Yeah.
All right, let me jump into some of these slides, and I'll jump to comments, and then we'll move on to nerdy news. So, James Gunn's Superman is tracking to have the biggest opening weekend in Superman history, quote unquote. It's projected to open at least 200 million worldwide, which will lead the best opening weekend for a solo Superman film, for what that's worth. Apparently, I don't know. Because there's conflicting reports. Some people are now saying 150, some people are saying 200. I guess we'll see what happens after the weekend, right? Pretty much.
No, this is gonna make 200.
It's like I can definitely see this movie. If it doesn't make $1 billion, it's going to get very, very close to it.
Superman's Rotten Tomato score matches Avengers Infinity War as of right
now. It's paid for.
And then I got two fun slides for you here. So 3 fun slides. I'm sorry. Superman was rated an 8 from IGN. For what
means that R7 stands.
And they gave it a great, like they would Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, so
they probably got free popcorn buckets.
Entertaining, heartfelt, cinematic reset for the Man of Steel. That's the first line there. So fantastic. And then we get into. Subjective. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Like you said, it's all subjective. Like Leo said at the beginning of this, and that was Leo's disclaimer. This is our opinion, but that won't mean nothing to some people in the comments.
I'm just saying. If you guys want to be those monkeys in the extra dimension, go ahead, have your fucking fun. But hashtag Superman sucks.
So I know there were comments in here about Rotten Tomato score, so obviously I pulled them up. I have a side by side now just to make sure. So currently, Superman is sitting at an 83% critic score and a 95% fan score on Rotten Tomatoes.
So it dropped 1% on the.
So it dropped 1% on the fan side, but it's probably going to change after the weekend, after it actually comes out, because as of right now, it's been early screenings and now people have seen it today, so it might drop a little bit.
And let me just say this:
we'll see. I don't know.
And let me just say this: that fan screening that they did for Amazon, if you are a AMC Stubs member, that did not count as a free movie ticket. You had to pay for that.
Pay for it.
So that means that means if you if you saw that Tuesday one, you were paying about $22.50. So they're going to count that as a part of the box office. So that means basically this movie is making money on Tuesday, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's going to be their whole weekend run right there.
Yep. And then for what it was worth, I just decided to make my own little slide here about the popcorn meter for all the Superman movies and the one on the left as well. So as of right now, the way it sits, obviously with the critic score going down a little bit to 83%, Superman the movie and Superman 2 critics wise would be tracking higher than the Superman movie, but fan score as of right now, at least the Snyder cut's right there. Superman the movie, the original from 1978 is there, and Superman 2 is kind of up there, and then the rest kind of. I didn't see Superman. I haven't seen Superman 3, Quest for Peace, Superman Returns. I've seen Man of Steel, obviously. So
Superman 3 is with Richard Pryor.
I
didn't see that.
Yeah, it's with Richard Pryor.
Superman 4 was an unfortunate thing.
Yeah,
it was. It just was
like, yeah, that was crazy.
Superman Returns came 20 years after.
Yeah.
The Quest for Peace, like
it's crazy.
It was like 20 years since we had a Superman movie. So, Brandon Roth, good for you, buddy.
I mean, like the thing is, right? These are definitely going to change, especially after the weekend, because as you can see, obviously, right? Like the Superman the movie has 250,000 ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, and right now Superman has 1,000+ verified ratings. So it's gonna change. It depends on how much, right? Like I don't really know, but basically my whole point was there is a universe where if people see this movie enough, it's gonna be the highest rated fan movie for Superman.
It's gonna have a lot of repeatability because the thing is, Superman has a week to do its thing. Until Fantastic Four. So actually 2 weeks when you think about it, because they have this weekend, all of next week, and then all of every day up until Thursday of that following. So basically about 2 weeks to make as much money as it can, because what's going to happen is those movie theaters, these movies make the bulk of its money on the premium screens like your Dolby and your IMAX, not necessarily on the regular screen, because people are going to see it in that great format. Because they want that full theatrical experience. And what's going to happen is when Fantastic Four comes out, they're going to start snatching away the premium screens from Superman to fill it up with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well,
for sure.
Well, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, DC, I will give them a win in the win column for this. It has a lot of stuff in there, was cringy and all that, but overall, it's still a win from them. I'm curious to see exactly how much they actually win, how much money it makes and all of that, because that will kind of reflect attitudes going forward for the other movies. I'm kind of sitting kind of critical right now because some of the stuff in the movie just like I'm
gonna put it like this: if hypothetically Superman was to make over $200 million in its first weekend domestically, internationally is going to be sitting around 400, maybe near $500 million, and that's just in the first weekend. Remember, they have 2 weeks. If it can do that and pull that off, this movie could probably hit that $1 billion mark. For sure.
I would agree with you.
But it would have to make over 200 million domestically in this weekend.
Yeah, I knowing that the Fantastic Four is coming.
That's why I said they have to make it now before Fantastic Four comes out. Because if it does, it has to make its money before that movie comes out. Because if it doesn't, it's not going to hit it. Because Fantastic Four is going to severely undercut it for sure.
It's definitely going to delay.
The thing that gives Fantastic Four the edge is that it doesn't have any big budget movies coming out after it. So that gives them a huge advantage of hitting that $1 billion mark.
You know what gives the Fantastic Four the edge? I went to a Superman movie and I had a fucking Fantastic Four popcorn bucket.
You did?
The general AMC popcorn bucket was Fantastic Four.
Wow. That's crazy. That's wild.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know we're gonna shift here and go to comments. I've never been as a Marvel movie has never turned me so much in my life, and by that I mean, like, at first I was like, I can't wait, and then I kind of was like, the more I see, I just watched that clip of I herald his arrival, I herald your end, and I was like, son of a bitch, I'm in. Like, what the fuck?
It was a dope line
because I know this motherfucker. Bro, I know this motherfucker's gonna show up and his Tim's stomping down the block, and I'm gonna be like, oh.
No, but the whole sequence was nice too. When the way that she just came in, she says, "Are you the protectors of this world?"
There's something so disturbing about how she says that speech, the whole speech, where I'm like, that's kind of fucking badass.
You gotta realize how many planets that this woman fucking going on and destroying with this motherfucker.
And also,
she's scared of shit.
Yeah, she's not. She's
scared of shit.
And also too, like when she the way that because the way the thing is, like, she says every line like so smooth, but the last line when she says I herald, pause, Galactus. Like, she's basically letting you know. And let me just say, I know we're not talking about, this is not a Fantastic Four, but I like what they did with her voice, because the thing is, we see that because the thing is, we know she's like her body is like a chrome type of texture. So her voice sounds like it's echoing. Like, you know, if you was to speak through something like that, you would expect your voice to sound robotic like that. Kind of reminds me of the T-1000 from Terminator 2 a little bit too.
Right.
Listen, I hope they pull it off. All right, let's get to comments here. Leo, I want that dog.
Oh Lord.
Sounds like you might be getting a crypto, bro. I don't know.
See what I'm saying about the fucking cuteness factor? You see what I'm saying? Got my house divided now. Fuck you, James Gunn.
And you gotta make sure you gotta put a little red cape on it too. You gotta.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
See the difference with being Superman? There would have been a fucking. No, I ain't gonna say it.
No, don't get Peter after you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Peter come knocking on your door. I don't want to hear it.
Crypto would have been brought up right. Put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Nightwing, I see your comment. I'm not going to post it because I don't want to. I agree with you on the silliness. Like he said, Superman gets silly. It got silly at times. I'm not going to post it because I don't want to get a tick on this stream we got going here. I couldn't see this Superman being rated R.
Definitely not.
No,
it really honestly got
not this guy.
It honestly got the rating that it should, like, for the type of.
Oh darn!
You know what this reminds me of? When Captain America cursed and Tony just kept fucking riding him on
it.
Language.
Based off the trailers, I thought this was going to be bad. So did we.
A lot of people did, but it was nowhere near as bad.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
People want it to be.
I'm telling you,
I'll put it like that.
I want people to go see it. Go see it.
Yeah, you should go see it. Honestly,
go see it.
Because we've seen
your
trash.
own fucking opinion, please.
We have seen trash. She-Hulk.
This is better. Fucking She-Hulk was way better than this shit.
No. You're going a bit too far. You're going way too far,
man. You're not talking about my green baby.
You're going too far. She sucked cryptos. Well, let me tell you something.
Tell
you something.
Sean, what's good? Leo drink. He's a hothead.
Nice, Sean. That's how you come in. That's how you get up in here, bro.
He said it. I don't know. I'm just here, bro. I don't know. He said, I'll watch Superman on the app. Shh. I get it. I don't know what app you're talking about, but I get it.
He's talking about HBO Max.
That's HBO Max. Got it.
That means he'll be watching it in about 45 days.
Not actually a takeover, but it could be an adaptation. Not to actually take over, but could be an adaptation. Oh, so Superman taking over the planet. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, like the Snyderverse?
Marlon Brando's original message was for desperation and to flourish, not take over, actually.
Nope.
All right. A1 sauce, you sank my battleship. Was hoping someone would give Hawkgirl a backhand for real. The screaming, bro, I couldn't deal with it. I was just like, oh my god, bro, I can't do this shit.
It was a lot.
It took me like.
But I really did like the line where she, like, Leo, we ain't about to do this. with the president. And when he was like, "You're not going to kill me. You're not, because you're good like Superman." She says, "Well, that's the difference between me and him. I'm not Superman," and just drops him right there.
Nobody,
dies,
no
bro.
case.
He's out. He's
Not
out.
they're not going to show you that
He's
happen.
not going to be in the sequel.
Because
I mean,
why?
I'm sorry.
Superman is a
He's not going to be in the sequel. Facts.
It's not going to be in the sequel. It's going to be like that line that Chris Tucker said to Jackie Chan in Rush Hour 2. Woo! He ain't going to be in Rush Hour 3 when they kick the guy out the window.
Engineer was kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see. I can understand.
Yeah.
I can understand.
we're here, Dominic.
I can understand. I can understand that.
We good.
How many reshoots they have for Superman flights? Come on now. Enough or not enough? Apparently, I don't know. I don't know.
Enough for no new movie.
The Kaiju did look like that. I'm not posting that again. I don't want to get this flag, but yes, the Kaiju did look like that. I'm gonna agree with you.
It did look like the Kaiju did look kind of.
It definitely looked like it rode the blue bus from Kaiju. I understand what you're saying.
They're not full size bus.
That Kaiju needed a helmet.
It was licking the window.
Kaiju needed
Move on, bro.
And then he was trying to hold it up from hitting the building. I was like, this is so stupid. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, what are we? I understand.
Like how many times are you gonna do that same trope?
Yeah.
He stopped the Kaiju from hitting the ground. He stopped the building from crushing the person.
One thing we forgot to mention was how maniacal Lex was, that he was going to sacrifice the entire city of Metropolis to get what he wanted when he was opening up.
My man's exact line was, "We'll stop it when it gets to a city that I like."
That I like. That I like.
What?
Hey, listen, he knew what he wanted. You know what I mean?
I love that boy. I like that boy. Nicholas Holt. Let's get him, B.
The DCU Batman might be wearing chonies as well. I don't know what to make.
I'm not going to front. Now, listen. Let me tell you. Hold on.
But,
I like you. I really thought that his legless pants were a bit higher than they needed to be, son.
His legless
pants?
pants?
Yeah, like his briefs.
Yeah.
On the outside. I thought they were just a bit bigger than they needed to be, son. Like I was like, why is it like that high, bro?
Because he's old.
Can I?
He's not old.
Can I be honest?
What the other Superman look like?
I ignored the suit the whole time because I was already over talking about it. I just ignored it. I ignored it the whole time.
So you
didn't help it.
So you didn't see when the collar looked like it was stretched out?
Nope.
From being wide? Nope. See that?
Nope.
I saw that one. I just see that one. He had a bigger neck than it was.
He watched that suit too much, bro.
The left hand side just always pulled to the left.
If James Gunn wanted to
watched it
man,
too much, bro.
that's his depiction, bro. I'm not whatever this man wanted. I don't know. Isn't Lanterns coming out before Supergirl? I have no idea.
I think he's right. Brother man, I think you're right.
It doesn't matter. We got no sneak peek into it. So
yeah, you did. You got the fucking bowl cut. There you go.
No, we didn't. He's in the movie. It's not a sneak peek, my friend.
Lanterns is coming early 2026, as per the internet.
You should have given me something where Guy Gardner was talking to the rest of the freaking Lanterns about how much of a pussy Superman is. Like that would have been great.
Yep. I'm in agreement with you.
That would have fit the character.
Fucking the Hal.
You should have teased
John Stewart.
Jesus God.
Yeah.
John Stewart, Kilowog.
They already started filming for Lanterns, right? They already started.
Yeah, filming. It's been filmed.
It was in production. Okay,
but don't worry, guys. Peacemaker season 2 is in August. We're here for it.
You know what? One thing I don't know if y'all will agree with me or not, but there was one shot in this movie that I did like, and I think it was after the fight. I don't know if it was after the fight with the Kaiju or something like that, or whatever it was. But it was the part where it was like dust. Like it was a bunch of dust, and how he comes up like from the dust, and his cape is flying.
With the building fell.
With the building and the light is hitting him. I did. And you hear the music playing. I did like that shot. That looks like something that would be on a comic book cover. Yeah. I did like that shot.
That was a good shot.
It was all right.
So the real moment is during the invasion scene where the kids hoist up the flag with the Superman symbol on it.
And yell out Superman.
And they're all just chanting Superman, Superman. And then Superman doesn't come. They gotta let the flag go.
They ain't let the flag go.
Nobody
Nobody went back. Nobody went back for it.
Yeah,
No, you know what the real scene was? The real scene is where Crypto had one ear up, one ear down, and he just turned his head like this. He said, "Yeah, that was Crypto fucking movie, man."
Yeah, he was
Brother
going to
Man
go.
must be a
He was going to go to that city, but then Mr. Terrific told him, "No, we need your ass right here in Metropolis." He's like, "Get to Metropolis, like right now."
Yeah,
Did you peep that when Guy Gardner was doing his thing with the hand and he was waving it back and he was flicking the finger like
he was flicking them off,
flicking them off, and while knocking the tanks back.
Stupid. It was stupid.
Brother Man said Leo drink.
Childish.
You're not getting out of it.
I don't know.
Hashtag
Again,
City
sir.
Superman.
Anyway, that was a Superman 2025 recap. Nerdy news and rumors.
A whole 2 hours.
A whole
That took us too long.
hour and a half. We started at 30 minutes. Yeah, hour and a half.
That was
we're
fun.
gonna get this shit through this quick because hashtag City
No,
Superman.
I liked the movie. It was all right. It got a
Right.
7.
I like the movie too.
It
It
was
got a
alright.
7.
Yeah.
I'm not doing more than that.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to
Wait, what the fuck? Why
I
is
forgot to where the hell is it? Yo,
Oh, no.
freaking this shit street hit.
There we go.
Why did that just almost make me leap out my soul right? Because I wasn't expecting it.
Goddamn.
Because I forgot all about it.
Goddamn StreamYard keeps on updating. Kelly, what up? Hey, love the thumbnails.
Kelly, what's up, bro?
Appreciate
I can't wait to see that 4th thumbnail.
Stop.
Season 4 of Marvel Rivals is set in Kunlun.
You heard it here first.
That's it. That's the news right there.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm not playing season 4. That's all that means.
Spider-Man just discovered that Wolverine killed his parents.
How?
And what's he gonna
What?
do about it?
Nothing.
No. He did something in the book, boy.
Oh, did he?
He knocked fucking Wolverine's jaw clean the fuck off.
Nice. Good for him, man. Love that from my friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, if you guys want the pops from your Superman, the one that Crypto is Superman is laying on the ground and then Crypto is on top of Superman.
No.
What is going to sell? It is
No.
going to sell.
No.
Not if you see that the way Crypto is shaped on Superman, though.
Oh, it looks like he's humping him, right?
Oh.
It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That one's for the kids. So you get that.
Well, no, that might have happened. That's in the James Gunn cut.
No.
He did say he's a bad dog. I don't know. He woke up on top of him kind of sensually. I don't know.
Yo, staring into his eyes like
Staring at him and shit.
It's no lie. He was looking at him like, was it good for you too?
Looked at him like, where my breakfast at, motherfucker?
last night was great.
Food in the bowl, bitch. All right. Marvel is struggling to write a 3rd act and finalize script for Avengers Doomsday.
Read the book.
I mean, seriously.
Read the fucking book.
Oh, comic book run, and you can't figure it out.
And see this right here is what we can criticize Marvel with. They can't even write a 3rd act for a movie that's coming out next year.
You know what I think? You know what I think Marvel's problem with Marvel's problem with Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to be? The Russo I love the Russo brothers. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to get my words twisted here. They've already said that they're incorporating storylines from both versions of Secret Wars, and that right there is going to be a fucking problem because they're not going to know how to end it. They're not going to know how to end it because both versions end differently. You're not going to know how to end the movie. You're going to have to come up with your own unique ending. That's
give me a Russo cut and give me a fucking comic book cut. I don't give a shit. Give me the cut.
I'm just saying that shit's gonna. I'm telling you, it's gonna get messy.
That budget is going to be ridiculous.
It's a fact.
I'm afraid it's gonna get messy.
It's going to be so crazy. Yeah. I listen. If I was Kevin Feige, I would probably be saying, "Listen, when this movie is done, I don't even want to go on vacation. Just put me in a padded room because these people are out of their damn minds."
I think this is probably going to be the end for him, because where do you go after that? Seriously.
I would
Like,
stop.
Yeah, I
Like,
think Kevin Feige might hang. You might hang it up after Civil War.
Once you do something that huge with the amount of characters and celebrities involved, especially if this thing gets successful, like, do you really want to try to follow that up again? I don't think you do.
I would not fucking come back. I'd be like fucking Jordan, not
Go
retire and
exactly.
stay the fuck out.
Go out on a high note.
You know what the thing is though? I would agree with you, but I think the rumors that you're hearing lately have a lot of Kevin Feige influence in them, because there's a lot of things he's always wanted in the MCU and couldn't have because of restrictions and rights and all that. And now he's finally getting them. Like he always said, I want to do Fantastic Four. Now he's finally getting Fantastic Four. He always said he wanted to do X-Men. He always said he wanted to do X-Men. X-Men ain't coming for another. Well, now it's going to be like a send-off / introduction to a new X-Men. Right? And then now he's getting rights to Spider-Man characters out of the middle of nowhere. Great job, Sony. Fucking incredible how that works, because you all suck at making movies. That now we're giving the rights over to the MCU. Outside
of a movie that should have been out, but thanks to that writer strike, Spider-Verse. I'm gonna leave that.
Oh, what movie is that? My son will be 5 when that sequel comes out.
I still want to see how this thing ends. I mean, we already came this far.
I'm gonna have to watch the first 2 movies all over again.
Yep.
Yeah, there's never been a more catastrophic downfall from Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, to this delay for the finale of the Spider-Verse. Never has there been.
And to think about it, if it wasn't for that writer strike, we would have had it last year.
Nah, see, Torian, I think you're wrong. I don't think we would have had it, to be honest with you. I don't. Because think about it. Think about how many projects Sony came out with after that. Think about how many projects Sony came out with after Venom Part 2. Venom The Last Dance, Madame Web, Craven the Hunter. They've done 3 projects. There's time and investment to put into those things. Instead of taking those assets, you took all those things, those resources that Sony has, and then you took them and you put them into something that nobody wanted to fucking watch because you suck at making it. And instead of investing that time into Across the Spider-Verse, you decided to do something different, and then you ended up scrapping it because it sucked.
And what they should have did, and I don't know why they didn't do it, is how about this, since it was an animated movie? Why not have everything? Like, they should have had the script for Beyond the Spider-Verse ready as soon as Across the Spider-Verse was done, and have the actors recorded all as one and then split it and then release it. But common sense ain't common, and that is a phrase that is used heavily for Sony. Well, at least when it comes to their comic book stuff, they're kind of good with some of their non-comic book stuff. But when it comes to the comic book stuff, they're like, ugh. You had a redeemer a little bit with the Spider-Verse movie, but then you had this happen. It's like, oh, you're back at square one.
Whoever is in charge over at Sony, I have a plea. Just let Marvel, the MCU, handle Miles Morales and beg Ryan Coogler to fucking do it. Just have someone fucking do it who cares, please, because you're gonna fuck him up too. Like, don't fuck up Miles Morales. Don't do that. You're
hey, listen, if they mess up Miles Morales, we ride at dawn.
They're gonna mess up Miles Morales. I'm telling you, they're gonna mess up Miles Morales. I'm telling you that this is already a mess up with the delay in the animated. Now you're gonna put him in the live action, and you're gonna put him with all these characters nobody gives a shit about, and it's gonna be fucking awful. Like, I just already see it, man. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm delaying news. Go.
Thunderbolt is tracking to end its run with 390 million worldwide.
The power of friendship loses.
And here's the thing: Thunderbolts was not a bad movie. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie.
Oh shit! They made money. How much was it? How much was it to make Thunderbolts?
Like 2? Was it like 100?
2? It was pushing 2.
Yeah, it was pushing 2 something.
It was pushing 2.
So they made money.
But the thing is, they never
after marketing.
180.
180 to make.
So they made money.
Yeah.
After marketing and then the fucking
after
merchandising,
it probably just about broke.
Yeah, and then you always. This is the thing. If we add marketing, we have to add merchandising.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any power of friendship T-shirts when I'm out and about, so I don't know.
You loser. Good day.
But you do see a lot of those popcorn buckets. Yeah.
No, I don't see any popcorn buckets.
Oh, I have a Jurassic bucket, and then I have the other bucket in the bucket.
I'm telling you, Aaron. I'm telling you, you have to end on a high note. You're gonna have to get the Galactus head.
Torian, if I see the Galactus head, it's sitting on my lap the entire movie. I don't know what.
Wow.
Hey, remind me, guys, when we go see this fucking movie, I'm not sitting next to him because that Galactus head has handles.
Yes,
Wow.
Yo, Aaron, what happened to the side of your Galactus head, bro?
Yeah, Aaron, what? Why is Galactus?
He heralded my end. I don't.
Yeah.
This is.
At least you were happy. At least you were happy.
I'm just saying.
I might get Robbie the robot.
All right. After RDJ's Doom, the MCU has a perfect setup for the introduction of
Are you
Can't talk anymore.
This is so fucking stupid to say. I don't even want to say this.
The Superman has worn off.
Yeah, he's
The Superman has worn off, but it's just so stupid. Okay, so after RDJ's Doom, the MCU has the perfect setup to introduce fucking Maestro.
They're not gonna do it.
No.
The most you'll ever get out of that
him.
is a cameo, but they're not.
Now, in a brief summary,
him.
for someone who's teetering between general and main fan, who is Maestro?
Old man Hulk.
Old man
Old man Hulk.
He's the official poster boy for Old Man Strength.
Old Man Strength.
You know what? I don't know why when I asked, I didn't peep that's supposed to be Mark Ruffalo in the green right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not Maestro.
No.
Should ever become
if he
that.
ends up being Maestro,
Never ever become that.
If the
Maestro
Hulk
and a wife beater and chancletas? No,
if
thank
the
you.
Hulk and Rambo had a baby, it'd be Maestro.
Wow.
Yeah. Torian, have you ever? Are you familiar with Maestro or not? Not so much.
Not
he
really.
knows
That's
nothing.
what I was asking.
Okay. Let me put it to you this way. Just go look up the Maestro throne that we all said that we would collectively fucking get if we ever made it big on YouTube and put it in a man cave compound, because he literally has the entire Marvel universe that he's sitting on a throne where he has Captain America's shield and Iron Man's armor and Doctor Strange's cloak because he killed all of them.
Everybody.
Wow.
you gotta realize.
I'm looking at it right now. Wait a minute, whose cape is that? Is that Doctor Strange's cape?
It's the cape. It's his cloak.
Wow.
He has all the symbiotes.
Yeah.
He also
you gotta realize one thing.
Yeah.
This motherfucker had the Hulk on leash.
he had
He got the Juggernauts.
Juggernaut's
Right.
helmet.
Yep.
Okay, so listen, you might as well put this shit on the screen. The people look like they're like listening to us. They're like, "What the hell
What
are you
are you
talking about?
looking
I
at?
see it. Where is it? Might as well put it on the screen.
Just throw it up, yeah.
By the way, he's sitting on a fucking sentinel head. By the way, for those of you who experience. Yeah, let me just pull up this statue that if I ever, there would be signs, just so you guys know.
There would be something, wouldn't there?
There would be.
That shit would be my fucking nightlight. You fucking around.
Yeah. So this is that beautiful $4,000 fucking statue that has all of the Marvel universe sitting there, and he's got Loki's helmet and Black Panther's mask and Thor's helmet, clothes.
Got shop pay.
Yeah, I cannot affirm or deny that this.
I cannot affirm or deny.
He's got Magneto's helmet. It's great.
Everybody's business.
Yeah,
there's more stuff around the back.
So this guy in the MCU, we're not power leveling that.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Listen,
we're not doing that.
They're not ready for that, bro.
They're not doing.
Yeah, stay away from that and World Breaker Hulk.
World Breaker Hulk.
Yeah, you can't do World Breaker either.
You definitely
you can't. Oh, we got the first look at Wonder Man's powers.
Oh, sorry, Dre Max Show. What up, man? Appreciate you being here, Dre.
What up, Drake?
What's going on? Appreciate you being here. Brother Man said, not that Maestro. What the hell? Marvel just says things to say them.
Yeah,
they say things to keep you intrigued.
And listen, because Fantastic Four is their last big thing until Doomsday, they gonna be talking a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of Doomsday news from like the end of the year to the end of next year.
To the end of next year, bro. This whole movie's gonna be leaked by mid next year.
Oh, speaking of that, going back to Superman, were y'all good with avoiding spoilers leading up to watching?
Yeah,
I didn't watch. I'm doing the same thing for Fantastic Four. I'm staying off of the shit. I want to go in and an empty. Yeah, I don't want to. I want to watch I want to watch it and form my own opinion on it at this point because there's so much leaked. I don't even care. People are putting up Superman. The movie's been up for like a week on TikTok, from what I've seen. Most of the movie's been up for like a fucking week already.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yep.
Like there's no.
They better hope Warner Brothers don't come after them. And you know they mostly likely will.
Dogzilla with the $20 bomb. Completely off topic. Finally watched Sinners. I'll say this: I've never watched a horror movie with a better soundtrack.
That soundtrack for Sinners is fire.
Oh, Leo Drink.
Also, Leo Drink. He's a hot.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thank you for the $20, Dogzilla. All hell Godzilla, in fairness. Dogzilla, Godzilla's gonna come to DCU, apparently. That's a rumor.
He's been whooping on Marvel's ass for a little bit. He's already in the DCU.
Huh?
Let's see what else we got. James Gunn has finally read the Batman 2 script. It's great.
Cool. See you in
And
2028.
you know what James Gunn said? He says, I do not work on anything with a bad script. That's what he said.
I mean, Matt Reeves has had 4 years.
So what the fuck happened with this movie?
It's his script.
His script. There's no way it's bad.
His script. It's his script.
And by the way, off topic, it's crazy how much James Gunn and his brother sound just alike. Like when he was on screen, I was looking at James Gunn. I'm like, their cadence and their tone are exactly the same, and they're not even twins.
Yeah, because he's paying his ass.
Hey, you know what? I'm not even knocking it because guess what? Adam Sandler did the same thing for a lot of his friends back in the day. You know, putting them in a whole bunch.
No, but Adam Sandler didn't do it for his brothers, his siblings. That's the difference. He did it for actually people that had talent.
Hey, listen, James Gunn did it with his dog. I mean, he used the inspiration of his dog for crypto. You're not escaping that dog, Leo, no matter how hard you try. It's not happening.
I was waiting to see a kid with that fucking dog ball popcorn bucket.
It's only at Cinemark, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kick somebody's kid. I'm about to kung fu kick that shit out of a kid's hand. All right, Jack Sparrow will only have a small role in Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Oh,
that's why it's gonna suck.
All the people about to rage out about that.
That's why it's gonna suck.
But you know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny Depp was recommending that his part be small because he probably felt railroaded with Disney after what happened with him and Amber Heard.
With Amber Heard,
yeah,
probably.
And plus, you know how much the bag
I'm sorry, Amber. I'm sorry, Amber Turd.
Amber Turd.
You know how much you know what the bag was for him to put on that fucking Where the Rum Gone costume again?
Where the Rum Gone costume?
Why is the rum?
Dude got paid to just have a small role in the movie. Crazy.
Hey, for you guys that were talking about Static Shock, James Gunn's not doing anything with Static Shock in the DCU right now, as there is currently complexities with the rights.
Yes,
that's just because we got Mr. Terrific right now. That's what it is.
No, but honestly,
no, right. That sounds really good. That sounds good
because they don't own Milestone. At least not. They don't own the Milestone is still owned, if I'm not mistaken, it's still owned by Dwayne McDuffie's wife, and she's not budging selling it. So think of it how when Marvel did when Fox had did with the Marvel back in the day with Fantastic Four and all of that stuff. It was basically on a lease, much like how they're doing with Spider-Man right now, still with Sony. They don't own it completely. So with it still being on a lease, they can't do nothing with Static Shock. Only until DC owns Milestone completely and entirely, then they can go forward with a Static movie. And even then, I'm still kind of side-eyeing that because I'm worried. Because this is a beloved character right here. I watch Static Shock every Saturday morning back in the day on Kids WB.
It's true.
All right. Sinners has become a instant streaming success.
And of course it would. Of course it did.
I got to rewatch it again.
And do you have any other Sinners news in there, Leo?
No. Go ahead.
It is also now the 5th highest grossing horror movie of all time.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that was last week. Yeah,
But it was something else too. It was something about it is ranking as an R-rated. I think it's now the 2nd highest grossing R-rated movie ever.
But,
too.
yeah, but remember, like I said a couple of weeks back, that they're gonna re-release Jaws to take over that back. Guess what's happening?
Oh yeah,
Jaws 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary. And speaking of that, it's funny. At y'all theater, when y'all went to AMC, did y'all see any Jaws popcorn buckets, cups, and stuff? Because I know at mine they did for the 50th anniversary. They did.
Yeah. They have the shark head.
Yeah,
so guess what?
Yep.
Back to we met our quota.
They basically doing the same thing that James Cameron did when he came back, when Avatar. He says, "Oh no, y'all ain't beating me with Avengers Endgame. We gonna re-release this Avatar movie for like the 3rd time, and we gonna eclipse you again." So.
Yeah, just like stealing people's cultures. That's all they do. All right, Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 will surpass everyone's expectations.
I don't care. I fucking hate that anime.
There you go.
I do. I hate that anime. I want to give it another shot, but like 2 seasons in, I'm like, I got nothing left to give you. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I wish I liked it more, bro. I just don't. I tried. I really tried.
I mean, listen, I like it. I'm not clamoring for it, but I like it. I'll watch it when it comes back. I'm not waiting.
All right. So let's see this news. After 21 years of Bleach, they will finally end in 2026.
DZ sad. He loves Bleach.
Oh,
DZ loves Bleach.
DZ said, "Now this is his all moment right here." Oh,
dear.
It's been a good run, though. Bastard. That little orange bastard, man.
It's been a good run, though. 21 years.
It's been a good run.
21 years. How much more you want from him, bro?
No. The only reason why it's been that way is because when they stopped the anime and they did not continue for a number of years until they finally released this last arc, which is befitting. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic.
All right, Jurassic World Rebirth, starring Mahershala Ali, soars in the box office.
Of
course it does. Of course he does.
It's dinosaurs, bro.
He lives.
No, but did you see that recent interview that he did? The one with him and Scarlett Johansson, when the interview was asking him about and he was so petty with that. He says about Marvel people and being in Marvel, and the look that Mahershala Ali had gave that interview was like, you are so petty for asking that question. But I forgot what he had said in response to him. It was different than that other interview from Variety when he said, "I'm waiting for Marvel." He basically, in this one, his tone was more like, who cares at this point? It was almost like he could have just flipped the table up and was like, it's up in the air now. It is what it is. Whatever.
Did you guys see we were joking around about like we were obviously having a lot of laughs about Jurassic World Rebirth and the ending being really bad last week? Did you guys see the actual theory for how Mahershala Ali got away from the D-Rex at the end?
No, please tell me.
So the theory is that the D-Rex is a mutant. And one of the problems with the mutant dinosaurs is that, I'm not joking when I say this, they're not exactly genetically perfect, which is why they're obviously they're whatever failed experiments. Apparently the D-Rex's eyesight is really poor, and it literally couldn't see him when he went under the water.
Yo, that
and this is exactly why I did not watch. Well,
and y'all was laughing at me when I told you he gave him the juke.
Yeah, literally. So that's why now people are saying what happened was Mahershala Ali dipped the torch, the flame, in the water, literally did the. And fucking dipped under the water. Under the water. And that's why they said that. That's why they said if you watch the D-Rex throughout the movie, everything that it stopped was something that was light and in motion. So the car, the helicopter, because it doesn't know anything but light and sound. So because if he went under the water and he wasn't, and Mahershala Ali's background was in special ops in that movie, he'd know how to go underwater without making a sound. And he got away from.
And then on top of that, let's address the obvious fact that Mahershala.
But then why didn't it come back when he shot the flare?
Well, I don't know.
So two things here. Two things. Mahershala Ali, his melanin saved him. Number one, right. And number two, That plot armor strikes again. I'm telling you, the plot armor is the strongest thing in any of these movies. It is undefeated, like the internet.
You are not killing an Academy Award winner. It's not happening.
I'm
Not the dinosaur movie you ain't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard the original version of the script had Mahershala Ali dying, and they fucking chopped it at the last minute. That's
because he said I'm not doing it. I'm not dying. There's only
the other black dude. You kill the other black dude.
Listen,
I'm not going to die.
If I'm Mahershala Ali, I also would have said, I don't want you to have the Diddy dinosaur eat my ass on the way out either. I get it. I understand.
And plus, he joins a great cast of the only two black men to ever survive a fucking horror movie is LL Cool J and Mahershala Ali. There you go.
Ante Diggs and what was that? What was that movie? The House on Haunted Hill.
He didn't survive that.
He did. Oh, he did survive that. It was him and that white girl survived it.
Yeah,
now, I don't know how they got down from the house though, because they made it all the way to the top. I don't know how they got down.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
the dumb Rex, but still couldn't smell him. Brother man, it's a mutant. It only went by sight and sound, or not sight.
It had a deviated septum.
It only went by sound.
Anyway.
I forgot Ice Cube did survive in Anaconda, so that's number 3.
That's right. That's right. Ice Cube survived too.
Yeah, he's high yellow. All right,
stop it. Stop.
Jesus.
My brother, man, that's one for you because we ain't counting that. We are not counting
Busta
that.
Rhymes survived?
No, we are not. We are not counting that movie. I do not count that movie. I do not count that.
But Busta did survive Michael Myers. He absolutely
but that movie doesn't exist in my realm.
Exactly. As far as I'm concerned, it ended it with H2O. She took his head off at H2O, and that's it. That's
obviously your breath stink. That's what how he got away. All right, Ironheart. Oh shit! Look at this shit. Ironheart is officially the number 1 in the world for streaming. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. And what's even more interesting is Captain America: Brave New World was number 1, and then Ironheart eclipsed it. I mean, as far as the Disney Plus app, and now they're the number 1 and number 2 spot as far as streams go on Disney Plus. And you can think all the controversy behind it because all y'all did was propel people to go watch it that weren't going to watch it, and you basically aided in their views. So your little plan backfired. Whether people liked it or not, they got the views, so it doesn't matter. They only care about ratings at the end of the day anyway.
Hey, Krispy Kreme, if you guys want a donut, Krispy Kreme has just launched its Justice League donut collection.
No.
Wonderful. Not at all.
Canceled Batman Arkham game concept art has been released.
Oh,
who cares?
Is it the Batman Beyond shit?
Yep, the art.
Trash.
I'm still mad they didn't go forward with that movie. I mean, after seeing that concept art.
Let's see, what else do I got in here? James Gunn is now the most successful comic book movie director of all time,
according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
literally according to Rotten Tomatoes. Because you look at his scores on his movies, he never had a failure, quote unquote.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
Guardians 2 Rotten Tomato score is not awful, and that's probably his worst movie. In all honesty,
yeah.
I would rewatch Superman over Guardians 2.
Mm-hmm.
Full disclosure. Goddamn right. That I'll definitely do.
Guardians 3 was
phenomenal.
Guardians 2? Or Guardians 3? You say Guardians 2 or Guardians 3, Torian?
I said Guardians 3.
Guardians 3. Yeah, Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 is good. I thought you said 2. I was about to be like,
oh, nah.
Okay, so this is where I got it cost over $360 million to make Superman, making one of the most expensive superhero films ever. This is from Wealth.
No way.
It doesn't look that much money
way.
to make.
And also, this is also a part of the Wealth. Warner Brothers is putting another $200 million into global marketing alone.
I'm not surprised about them putting the marketing. I'm not surprised that they put that much money into marketing because of it's Superman. So they was going to go all out with it.
And then I understand that David Cornsweet only got $2 million to play this fucking role. Nicholas Holt got $1 million. Rachel
Brosnahan.
She got $4 million to play this role.
Okay, so the Hollywood Reporter proposed that a DC film had a $363.8 million budget.
Woo.
However, it seems that the same report claims that after tax breaks and incentives, it was actually $225 million to make.
Now that sounds a little bit more legit.
Believable.
The 225.
But even if it has 225 and then add in marketing, it's still that means it has to make 550 to break even. It literally has to make 550.
That's why I said that this movie has to make over domestically. It has to make over $200 million this weekend for it to, and then because if they can do that this weekend, next week and the week after going into Fantastic Four should be a breeze. For
the global market will take it to another at least a minimum of 200 million, another 200 million.
So if it does that this weekend, it's going to make its budget back for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The supporting cast only got paid from $200,000 to $400,000. So Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Mr. fucking Bowlcut.
Okay,
you leave Guy Gardner alone.
That's right. National
Fuck
treasure.
that guy. Fuck that guy. All right, let's see what else I got
with them big middle finger, them green middle fingers. Keep playing games.
As long as we put fucking oven mitts on him, we'll be all right.
I'm not even gonna lie. Some of the effects with the hand did kind of look like Jello. I don't know if it. No, not Jello. It looked like Flubber. Remember the movie Flubber? Mm-hmm. That's kind of also what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Robin Williams, a classic. All right, live action Solo Leveling series is now in production at Netflix.
No,
stop.
Don't fucking do it. Don't ruin a good fucking thing. Why?
Listen,
too early for that, man.
You know they can't help themselves, man. They get greedy. Oh, let's do a live act because you're trying to double down. You just had a great season. You're coming off a great animation with the anime. So now let's do the live version so people can see it live and we can get double the money.
What about Blue Eye fucking Samurai? Is that
season 2?
That's the one y'all put me on to.
2028.
Fuck, man.
That
add
is
an additional 10 years and maybe it'll be coming out in 2038.
All right, Bella Ramsey is in talks to play Kitty Pryde or Rogue in MCU.
Not Rogue.
No, not either. Stop it.
She goes anywhere near fucking Rogue.
Mm-mm.
Is she gonna be a dad in the MCU too?
Stop.
I'm gonna be a dad. Fuck up.
Why did you sound like that character that Jim Carrey played in Living Color? What's that?
Because that's what she sounded like.
Vera DeMilo, my guy.
That's what she sounded like. I'm gonna be a dad.
No, do not. No,
shut up.
No,
shut up.
No, nah.
Is it weird that I could see? Is it weird that when that came out, I could actually see her as Kitty Pryde? Like I could see that.
No,
I can see her as Kitty Pryde.
I could see her as Kitty Pryde.
I think the reason why they're going with Kitty Pryde is because they're going based off of the former actress turned actor, who played Kitty Pryde. Because they look similar.
Yeah,
which I don't know why. Because if this is a new X-Men, it should not be.
It doesn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter.
Yep.
All right. CEO says they're looking into trying to possibly buy Star Wars. That is never going to fucking happen.
Who was this?
Netflix.
Wants to buy Star Wars.
They're gonna buy it from Disney.
I don't think so.
This is what I'm saying. That
you're gonna buy something from Disney.
You don't have enough money.
And then
maybe,
on top
of that, maybe you read the article wrong. Maybe you said they're gonna buy Star Wars merchandise.
Do you? These people don't. They have a theme park for this fucking genre.
True, they do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can literally build your own fucking lightsaber in Disney World, and you think they're gonna sell that to you? Fuck out of here.
That's not happening. And then Netflix is known for streaming. Like when it comes to Star Wars stuff, they want to some of their low level stuff they'll put on Disney Plus, but most of their stuff is known for being in the theaters.
All right, so James Gunn did the red carpet, right? And he says that the DCU movies that are still up to that, Sergeant Rock is still up for, is still in production. The Clayface movie is still in production, and so is the Supergirl. And she's supposed to be Supergirl is going to be a space fantasy.
It should be.
Well, considering it, how they said that she was partying on different planets, I can see why he said that.
But I can tell you one thing for sure, two things for certain. If Lobo comes into the scene on his fucking galactic motorcycle, he's gonna try to hit it. All right.
Better.
Respect that.
Okay, so we have some good news for the Midnight Suns. So basically, there was a theory that came out that leaked, supposedly, the rumor that leaked out from the Marvel universe that it's going to tie into Strange and Wong. Wong is going to Strange gets captured by Doom, and Wong helps him build. Wong builds the Midnight Suns. So the team for the Midnight Suns, I got some good news about it. Is going to be Blade, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight. Those are normal.
Any catch.
Elsa Bloodstone, Man Thing, and motherfucking Dr. Voodoo.
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
They're not doing that.
Chase perked up like, wait, what'd you say?
Ooh, what we doing? What we doing? So I was reading something that said that Dr. Voodoo actually appeared in the Doctor Strange, what's called him a madness.
Really?
Apparently there's a scene where Doctor Strange is talking to somebody and there's a black guy like sitting in the corner, and it's rumored that was Dr. Voodoo sitting there. So I don't know if it's real or not, but that's what they were saying.
Okay.
Make me watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right. And that's all I have for the news. Any extra clips, Aaron?
I got two pieces of news.
Yeah.
The first one is Scarlett Johansson is now the highest paid actress in the world. She is now the highest paid, and I think what set her over was her doing this Jurassic World movie. Yeah. So, and then of course, all those Avengers movies and stuff, they made billions of dollars and everything like that. So they factor all of that stuff in as well. So now she's the highest paid actress in the world.
Wait, how many Academy Awards does she have and Oscars?
I don't think she has any, but she has been nominated for some.
Okay.
She has been nominated for some, but I don't think she's won. But the other piece of news that we have, and Chase, you know about this because you shared this. There's this new policy now on YouTube.
Oh,
so all you individuals who have these AI narration type of channels, they about to crack down on that. It's some other stuff in there too.
I can see that.
So if you have an AI channel, if you have a channel that just basically created through AI video and all of that, YouTube is no longer going to monetize that stuff. You have to use your original voice, and you have to use so from what I can see, it's not so much using the AI video stuff, but you have to use your original voice. You have to use, so you can't use the AI. What's that? 11 Labs, where you go in and pick a guy who sounds like whoever. You can't do that. They won't. They're no longer going to monetize that stuff. It's got to be you. They want to see you. They want to hear you talking. Blah 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 blah. And so all these people that's talking about, you can make like 5,000 a day and never show yourself on screen. Like, it's not gonna work anymore. At least not here on YouTube.
Yeah.
That shit down.
Yeah, because they noticed a lot of those channels are popping up, and it was like, we're not allowing you to make no more money off of us. You're making all this money, and you're basically using a cheat code. You're just entering your voice into a simulation and then just putting it out there. And by the way, that goes into effect on July 15th, which is 4 days from now. So get it out of your system now, because once that hits, they're gonna be cracking down.
Listen, I'm not mad at anybody, because the thing is this: if I see somebody do something and I can do it and they're making money from it, like, it is what it is. But we understand that YouTube wants to get a control of your stuff, what you do, make money off of it, and then pay you pennies on the dollar. And if I make a channel let's say I make a channel that's making money, why wouldn't I duplicate it and get 2 or 3 more channels that's doing the same thing? And that's where they're probably running into a problem, because they're basically paying out 3 times for the same content.
And also, too, in that same policy, that's one part, but it's another part. The other part is targeting people who do reactions. They said if you are a reaction channel, you have to give commentary on whatever you're reacting to. Yeah. No longer can you just watch something and just let it play out and you don't say anything, because basically you're just copying and pasting what someone else did. Yeah. You're not. It's basically like digital plagiarism. That's what.
Then they need to play. Then they need to pay us then.
Yes. Facts.
That's why whenever I do reaction videos and people be like, Torian, like you keep pausing too much, I said it's a reason why, because it's a copyright thing. That's why I do it.
Exactly.
That's why
I'm gonna play it, and when it's done, I'm gonna go, that sucks. See you next time.
I reviewed it. It's over.
Mm-hmm. I had a couple quick slides and then little housekeeping stuff, and we can get out of here. So, because it is late, I know. New reports reveal James Gunn has spoken with Black Panther director Ryan Coogler to record and to do some DCU stuff.
Why?
I already said what he could. I already said what he could do if he would do it. That's the thing.
You know, the thing is if he does anything, he's thinking about Static Shock. I'm thinking about Icon.
I was saying the same thing.
I mean, he could do Icon stuff.
I was thinking Icon, and the thing is, Ryan Coogler is heavily sought after now because of his success with Sinners. So 100%. I'm sure his phone has not stopped ringing since April.
Yeah.
Nah, his phone hasn't stopped ringing since fucking Black Panther.
Yeah,
let's get that shit fucking straight.
Yeah, I don't think he'll walk across the street. Not right now. Not with Black Panther 3 hanging in the wind.
Yeah, he worrying about in X-Files. He's doing
X-Files,
right now.
I forgot he's doing that.
They're gonna have to wait for a while, and James will likely not be there by the time he's ready.
The fuck?
I just wanted to post this lovely picture of what we could have gotten in Captain America: Brave New World, which is Isaiah Bradley in his full Captain America gear.
Yeah. So the rumor is that Isaiah Bradley in the original script was supposed to don his original costume and help Sam fight Red Hulk.
That's what I said.
Him and Saber. But apparently they decided to cut it out and give us what they gave us.
That would have been a perfect ending fight. I said that was one of my gripes.
We couldn't have 2 black men cooperating together to take down a big angry red.
We met our quota.
Yeah.
Not only that, do you know like optic wise what that would have looked like besides it being 2 black men? You have the forgotten Cap with the new Cap fighting against Red Hulk, who is the president. Like when you put all that into perspective, we can't do that.
You know what that would have been called on the internet.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been a hate crime.
Yep. Let's see here. Marvel's planning to introduce Norman Osborn into the MCU, and then obviously Coleman Domingo has expressed that he wants to play Norman Osborn before.
No, you stay in cartoon land there, sir. My Norman Osborn is a white. I don't care what nobody say.
Look at the wave. Look at the waves.
Look at the waves, baby. Look at the waves.
I don't give 2 shits. My Norman Osborn is a white.
You know what's going to happen? You know what it is?
He got a perm in his head. That's what it is. Okay.
You know what it is? They're gonna hold on to this right now, and they said we're gonna wait until after that Michael Jackson biopic comes out next year when you play Joe Jackson, and then we'll circle back based off of that performance and see what our decision is after that. Since that's gonna be your next big role.
Nah, he could just stay in cartoon land. He'd be
comic book legend Jack Kirby honored by New York City with 2 streets named after him. It's dope.
Yo, baby.
Really dope.
Baby.
Really dope.
Put that in the chat.
And with Fantastic Four coming out, also fitting, obviously, right?
I mean, it kind of works out, doesn't it?
Put 4 in
there. Let's see here. Marvel wants to introduce Chthon, the author of the Darkhold. Is that how you say that?
Really?
Chthon?
You're not ready.
Yeah.
Don't.
You know what? I wouldn't even say they're not ready. I would say they're just too late.
Yeah,
You missed your mark.
Wouldn't that have
really
came
missed
out
your
after
mark on
Doctor?
that.
Wouldn't that have came out after Doctor Strange-ish?
Yes.
I mean,
Or
Could've came
maybe hinted him in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And again, this is what going back to Multiverse of Madness, and I said this on somebody else's panel. Where in the world is America Chavez? I mean, I know the last time we saw her, she was at Comitage.
Right now?
I mean, that's the last time we saw her. But
are you talking about right now, right this second?
She's at home.
Is that what she's saying?
Washing her tights.
But
I could tell you where she is. You want me to tell you? I'm serious.
Where
She's starting Strange Academy. I'm so serious when I say this. She's starting Strange Academy.
Let's hope
That's literally what they're doing. They're implementing seeds of Strange Academy being a thing. That's what they're doing.
She's starting Strange Academy. We still haven't seen her since Multiverse of Madness, and the thing is, she has the power, and we can see her. And I just think that like she should have been used more, considering that this is the so-called multiverse saga, and her power is she can go between dimensions.
She's gonna play a key role in Doomsday, guaranteed.
I'm almost certain that she is. She's gonna have to,
because they're gonna need her.
And in definitely in Secret Wars,
they're gonna need her
because to bring people in, they're going to need her power. They're going to need her
100%. And then also Marvel wants to introduce Mephisto's son Blackheart into the MCU. Reportedly a thing.
No,
it's a cool looking character for what it's worth.
He's a fucking dope ass character, bro. You know Blackheart?
Blackheart was in the first Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, he was. You're right.
Johnny Cage.
Let's see here. So, all right, housekeeping. We gotta get out of here. Housekeeping. So, no movie next week, obviously. But be on the lookout next Monday. I don't know if the boys know this or not. Kaiju number 8, season 2 drops Sunday. Sunday. So Monday, maybe we can watch it. Yeah, next Sunday, the 19th.
What they put out? They put out just like some little silly episode.
They put out the spinoff. It's garbage. They put out the spinoff. It's garbage. No, I'm just kidding. It's not garbage. It's all right. It's just a spinoff. But season 2 kicks off next Sunday, so maybe Monday we could look to do a reaction to that, because obviously the Thursday after that we got Fantastic Four. So it is what it is. I don't think you're going to want to do both of them.
That song is stuck in my head, Leo. It is. I'm sorry. It is.
I thought it was dope watching the trailer in IMAX.
So also just some quick housekeeping as well. Hotheads, I put out a poll either this upcoming Tuesday or Friday. I'm going to watch that movie that I told you guys.
Monica Yambo. Just
I don't even want to say the name of it. I'm gonna watch the Marvels on at some point on so either Tuesday or Friday. If anybody wants to join, hit up the Instagram or something for the link.
Just understand that I've looked at the results of the poll so far. In case you haven't, most people have voted for Tuesday. They said we're trying to get you. They trying to make you watch this as soon as possible. They said we ain't waiting. Asteroid could come crashing down and you might miss it. And they like, no, we waiting. Tuesday is the day. Most likely.
Great. I'm not gonna lie. I might record myself and put up a reaction on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie to you because I know I'm gonna hate this fucking movie. But either way, so there's your housekeeping. Kaiju number 8 next Monday. Obviously, Fantastic Four next Thursday, not the Thursday coming up. Not a week from now. 2 weeks from now. So yeah. That's all we got, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the Superman reaction. Hope you enjoyed episode 175, 176 next week. Little break from the movies and then right back to the chaos with anime and Fantastic Four the week after. So that's all we got.
I like the movie.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace. Next week, Aaron.
Blasphemy.
I'm not seeing that.
I got it.
Not seeing that shit. Never seeing it. No.
I got chipped to the Mancave. I got chipped to the Mancave. I got chipped to the Mancave. Pull up to